Yo, it's your boy Theo doing another hot fucking video. We're gonna do a few things. This is gonna be a DSP Dark Side Phil special video. A special video for a special night. It's only Saturday night, well Sunday morning technically, by it being 12:52 a.m. Where I'm from, where I'm making this video. It's gonna be dope, deep, dope. So I figured we might as well start at where this sudden burst of forum videos have come from. Let's start with reading some DSP hot vlog action. Okay, we're gonna start here, unlike where anyone else has started before. Because we're gonna be covering a lot of stuff, guys, a lot of stuff, and I think it's time for us to get right into the bullshit, guys. Okay, so let's begin. So, Pocomex said, "How does streaming really help the business? From what I understand, it's mainly just a fan service thing, and I'm thinking it might be cutting into profits. Think about it. If Phil gets 500 viewers on stream and releases 10 videos from that session, that's 5,000 videos he could have gotten. Oh, 5,000 views he could have gotten. That's very true, because that's the thing that Phil doesn't really understand. On streaming, it's supposed to be raw. Like the whole point of streaming is to be like, oh look, I'm doing streaming, woohoo, and then when you upload a video onto YouTube, you can edit the video, and so that people might want to watch the video again. Like they might be like, okay, well I'm gonna watch it now that's edited, and I get to see all my favorite parts and see what parts made from the stream into this or whatever. Him just taking the stream and then just doing that is really fucking stupid, and it's really doesn't fucking help at all. Because why would anyone watch the video recorded if they could watch the stream? I mean, and likewise, why would anyone watch a stream if they are going to be on YouTube anyway? You see the problem? It makes no sense, and it's a very dumb thing that he does. But Phil does a lot of dumb shit anyway. So let's continue. Now that he is in a money crunch, it might be time. It might be time to trim the fat. Oh, guys. He's implying some crazy stuff here, and stop streaming, or at least save streams for special events. In my opinion, streaming should just be for multiplayer sessions, and if Phil isn't interested, he should try to adopt a Twitch-style atmosphere of fan interactivity that might help energize and even grow his fan base. The thing with already said Twitch-style atmosphere, he's already gonna hate that because he's like, I don't plug things in the middle of my streams and that's terrible, blah blah blah. He's gonna shit on Twitch. I can already know what he's typing before I even read it. So he kind of shot that point right on down immediately by even dropping that word, the word that must never be mentioned to Phil. But the thing about fan interactivity, he does have that. He just uses fan interactivity to help him, and his whole defense against fan interactivity is that, oh well. What did he say about fan interactivity? Oh, the thing about fan interactivity is that, oh my god, why am I blanking on this? Oh yeah, is that it alienates the YouTube audience. But the thing is that you're already alienating them by how many times he uses stream chat to help him. It doesn't really help. And if anything, the opposite's happening actually, because when you're watching his stream and it's very painfully obvious when he breaks into parts. It's very obvious and it's very annoying. It doesn't add anything to the gameplay, and it interrupts the flow. And I've even said this back when I had my forum account to him, is that the whole thing that you need to work on, Phil, is that when you go between parts for YouTube, it's obviously in the streams, and it doesn't really help, and it's very disjointed and it's very annoying because it doesn't. It takes me right out of the gameplay. Like it takes me right out, and that's the other thing. Like even that aside, when you look at the video itself, when you look at his playlist, whatever, it's very annoying. to say the least. It's because how many times do you? Because the whole point of that he tries to make his playthroughs is that it's like you're sitting right next to me on the couch. How often when you sit next to your friend, you're like, all right, we're going here. Okay, all right. Well now all we have to do, buddy, is you have to go through that door. Okay, buddy. All right. Now let's go on through that door, buddy. Okay. Like, see how weird that is? Like he's telling it like it's weird. Um. But yeah, but he does need better fan interactivity though. He should, because that's the thing. His commentary sucks because it's just observational commentary. It's not something that's juicy or of substance. It's just pointing out observations. He could just be talking, but he could have a commentary with his audience. He could talk about stuff. He could be like, I saw this movie, or people say about this game that's not that good, but I think it's just great. Like it's like when I do a Metal Gear Solid 5 stream, I might explain why I like Metal Gear Solid 5. I might explain, this is why I think, what they were trying to go for and all that. That makes it interesting. So if I'm streaming, someone can say in the chat, like, yeah, but I don't really think it's a good game because of this. And I'm like, yeah, well, see, and you have a conversation. And people like that. People like having this conversation with the streamer. And you don't have to read everyone in stream chat. It's kind of a given when you go to a huge room, is that, obviously, they're not going to read all your comments, obviously. But Phil has to be all-inclusive. He has to be this fucking dumb about it, but let's continue. I also think it might be time to go back to 10-minute video chunks. 10 to 30-minute videos won't get as much views as 30 to 10-minute videos. What? 10 30-minute videos won't get as much as 30 10-minute videos. No, that's dumb. He shouldn't do that at all. And even if he had a views-based contract, let's say he had one, now it's all through ads. That is terrible, because it's just lazy. But whatever. That's just the truth. Desperate times call for desperate measures. If Phil really needs to stay afloat, and to stay afloat, he should keep these money-saving techniques in mind, and at least until things stabilize. What do you guys think? See, this is the only thing with Pokemex. He brings up some good points and some dumb points. Some bad points, not dumb points, bad points. But let's see what Phil says. I think it's hilarious that all of the advice I've followed over the years have pretty much amounted to nothing. Wow, that's a great intro to this guy's comment. I mean, that's really great, especially when you're struggling to get views. Just immediately tell them that, what you said is completely nonsense and it doesn't amount to anything. That's great. That's good job, Phil. You have to stream. You have to live stream. So I did, and I got absolutely nothing out of doing it. But you get fan interaction out of it. That's what you get out of it, Phil. Not, like, is he saying money-wise? Probably money-wise. I don't know. Out of doing it on Twitch, but a headache and a bunch of drama. No, the only headache is that you just didn't want to do what Twitch asked you to, but okay. I still continue to make almost nothing doing it, but continue to do so. People say everyone does it, so you should too. Yet when I do, I constantly get complaints that I don't stream like everyone else, with constant stream interruptions to talk to chatters, thank yous for donations, and the like. My God, I actually stream real gameplay instead of fundraising. It's like there's an entire group of viewers who have no idea what the fuck it is to actually stream a game. Oh my God, here we go with this whole thing about how Twitch streamers just go on fundraising tirades and beg because that's what brings the views in. No one on Twitch watches Twitch streamers for begging for donations, and the whole thing with interrupting the stream to talk to chatters is fucking like what? Oh yeah, I have to talk to people. I don't want to talk to people when I'm playing a game. But if the whole point is to make your gameplay feel like that you're staying next to someone, what are you doing when you're playing a video game next to someone? You're talking to them, Phil. So it adds the immersion and it makes the gameplay more memorable. just trying to be as bland and safe and like exclusive as you can doesn't really help, and it doesn't really work, and it doesn't really fix anything. This comes into a lot of issues, and he's making all these generalizations while he's doing it and acting like, oh, like look, let's even reread some of this, okay? Because I feel like I need to. I still continue to make nothing doing it, but continue. So he says like, I still continue to make almost nothing. Nothing. Oh my god, I make almost nothing doing it, but continue to do so because people say everyone does it, so you should too. Yet when I do, I constantly get complaints that I don't stream like everyone else, with constant stream interruptions. So like, but see, he takes these little advices that people give him and go to the farthest extremes that he can. It's fucking ridiculous. But let's continue on. It's like the entire group of viewers have no idea. So, because they've become so desensitized to the constant fundraising of full-time streamers that doesn't make any fucking sense. Garrett from the Poorly Played stream on Mega64, they stream on Twitch. He doesn't beg for donations and he doesn't do anything. He takes live calls while he's playing a video game. I know it's fucking crazy, but it makes it more entertaining. And he has like a soundboard. He plays little like things. And it's like listening to a radio show almost. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun watching those streams because you get this interactivity with him, and he has all these little things that just add to the stream. But let's continue. You have to make longer videos. 10-minute videos don't get views, and it's why your channel is declining. So I gradually, over 2 to 3 years, increased my video length from 10 to 20, 30-minute minimum. It took him 2 to 3 years to do that. Like, by that time, people are more willing to watch longer gameplay videos because, like, 20 to 30 minutes at this point is also dead. It does, like, honestly, the best way you can do gameplay is an hour long. Like, an hour is, like, the minimum you can reach. I mean, I've had gameplay streams that are, like, 25 minutes, which is the Indivisible prototype, but that's a prototype. I've had like 45 minutes to an hour, and that seems to be fine. Everyone seems to like that. But doing 20 to 30 minutes is just kind of lame, to be honest. When I just see overall views go down, partially as a result, 0 additional views or positive benefits to making longer videos overall. People still complain I put out too many videos and the same old excuses for everything. But it can't be him, right, guys? It can't be Phil. Phil can't be the one that's in the wrong. The problem is there's no guidebook for success to this. You can either blatantly copy what others do, as many did to PewDiePie. Oh yeah, Mister. I caught him so many times taking jokes from Nostalgia Critic, the Angry Video Game Nerd, even Team America. Today he did a whole Team America reference without even giving any credit to Team America. But I guess it stands on its own. But he just complained about people doing what he does every day. Okay, or you can be your own person and try out your own thing. But you never do that, though. He never does his own thing. Look at KOGaming. He's trying to please people who like edited videos. Look at the games he's playing. He's only playing games that other people want. He's not doing his own thing. That's a blatant lie. And look at the Halloween marathon. That's not his own thing. He's playing that because his fans paid him to do it. You can try to be a hybrid like I have. Oh, he's gonna say that he's been a hybrid. Okay, when your own thing stops working so well, nothing is ever guaranteed to work. People are still screaming for me to go back to Twitch TV, like that's going to be some kind of help. Well, now it's not. That boat really left the station, guys. I mean, if you're asking for Phil to go back to Twitch, you're basically asking Nintendo to make pretty graphics. Like it's that ship has sailed. Nintendo's all about gameplay and their own thing. It's kind of I don't know. That's just me. I'm sure someone's gonna jump down my throat for that. It won't be at all. I never got anything out of being over there. before, and I certainly won't now, unless I completely change who I am as a content creator and just turn into a fundraising e-celeb. See, I like how he does these absolutes, and he doesn't try to find a middle ground. Like, he is basically a fundraiser through his pre-streams. He did plug his channel in the middle of an Overwatch playthrough, so shout out to that. He just keeps plugging, and look where he is now. Like, he doesn't have to be a fundraising e-celeb. He doesn't have to be PewDiePie. He doesn't have to do all this stuff. I mean, you could just stream and just make it an entertaining stream. But he's not entertaining, but he'll never get that. He'll never get that. Let's see if our boy Dragon Killer has uploaded things. You saw some sneak peeks, guys, to what we're going to be watching. I know, very exciting. I'm sure you're on the edge of your seat for it. I might put a timestamp to where you can skip right into that video. I might do that. Actually, no, we're just going to go to the pre-stream. We're done here. Let's do that. And let's put my headphones on now. The screen's over there, so I'll be looking over there when I'm watching. Okay, guys? Alright? Sound good? Sound goods, man, okay?
Pretty much stagnant on DSP Gaming.
Right.
I don't know why, because typically this time of year, my views always skyrocket with the new games at the end of the year. Now, it could very much have to do with...
This is today's pre-stream, and I picked this pre-stream because I said in Freedom Chat that this was the most bipolar pre-stream I have seen. Like, it sounds like it's so weird, but I think I got it right. I don't know, but I mean, either way, this pre-stream has a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it.
With the fact that my videos don't show up in YouTube search anymore, which is 100% true. I've noticed that the few videos of mine from DSP Gaming that did show up in YouTube search this year were huge. For example, and you can check me on this, Doom, when I played the multiplayer of Doom much earlier this year, not the multiplayer, excuse me, the multiplayer beta of Doom, and I believe that was at late April.
Now get this, remember this. He said that his Doom beta playthrough has made it into like the search rankings and all this stuff. It got very good circulation in 2016, early 2016. Remember that. Remember that.
There was a multiplayer beta released. Okay, I played it as soon as it was released. So as soon as I heard it was live, I played it that night. I was one of the first people to put up any footage of the Doom multiplayer beta on YouTube, and my videos got ridiculous views. My first video got 50,000 plus views. Okay?
Okay.
But if you look at my other videos, they don't show up in YouTube search like that anymore. They just don't, because of what happened last year with the false copyright strikes.
See, I don't get this logic, and someone explain it to me, because maybe it's a YouTube thing, maybe you YouTube literate people like me can explain this to me. How can something that happened in 2015 not affect something that happened early 2016, but affect later on in 2016? How does that make sense? To me, it should have been the other way around, not like this. And that's kind of what made me feel like it's weird. But I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna say it now or later. But he said earlier that there's been an influx of views, been an influx of ad revenue. That he's making a lot more extra. That the increase has finally hit him. So if he's making enough money, then how is he in like red alert mode still? I mean, he made it sound like he wasn't anymore. Like, oh, I finally broke free, but then he goes back to depressed Phil.
Against my channel, and my channel dropping insanely low in the YouTube rankings. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of shrug, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. So I can't. I'm not getting that natural, that organic inflow of views that I get later on in the year. Usually, I'm not getting. Okay. So it kind of sucks. This past week, I've been kind of, continuing on with stuff. Like, I started Dragon Ball, and that's doing kind of playing Titanfall. I have no idea, because I just started playing Titanfall, so I have no idea how this is going to do.
And I like how he got Titanfall 2 for free, and he's like, well, it might not get me views. Like, a guy donated that game to him, and he's just like, and he's like, I'm not gonna make that $60 back. But wait, he didn't buy the game. Like, I just like how he completely ignores that that a fan donated to him.
Batman, I did episode 3. That was kind of You know what I mean? It wasn't amazing, but it certainly wasn't terrible. They're all kind of like kind of middle of the road. You know what I mean? So things are kind of the same when it comes to that. But I have noticed.
Oh, here we go.
That ad revenue has gone up, and I actually asked Leanna this week, my girlfriend, because she watches YouTube videos. She watches all kinds
not the woman that you're living with for long term. Oh, okay.
of YouTube videos. She watches all kind of wrestling related videos. She watches oh god, I'm not even gonna get into comedy, all kinds of stuff. Okay, and I asked her. I said, this week as you've been watching YouTube videos, have you noticed anything different? And she said, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of new ads. Pretty much all
new ads near the holiday season, near Black Friday. When more games are coming out too, and movies and TV shows. You're telling me that they're gonna add more ads? Man. Oh shit.
All new ads. Like the ads that are on YouTube now are not the old ones that have been running for months. It's a new slew of ads and a lot more ads. And I said, you know what? I think what happened is we're now entering the 2-month period. It usually runs from late October till just before Christmas. Okay? 2 months of incredibly heavy advertising on YouTube. And this is the blitz, the media blitz, the big advertising blitz. Every video you watch is going to have ridiculous ads for a million things for Christmas and everything at the end of the year, right? So...
Okay, no, we don't need to hear the rest of this, because we have this fucking video. Let's take a look. He enabled comments. He has likes and dislikes. More dislikes than likes. That's always a good sign. 943 views. Let's see. Those dumbass morons yelling into a microphone don't have to put out multiple videos complaining and begging for money. There's no way people through this in 7 minutes. Okay. Just started supporting you on Patreon. It was a long time coming after many years of your entertainment. Plus, I like my ad block too much. Honestly, keep fighting. Wow. Okay. Keep it going, DSP haters gonna hate. Okay. Oh no, keep it going, DSP haters gonna hate. Okay. Alright, that's it. We're gonna just go right into this. This is very entertaining. I'm very excited for this. I got my bowl of candy. My bowl of candy here. It's gonna be, got candy on deck. Gotta get that sugar rush to watch this, guys. For an hour and 5 minutes. Oh boy. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Are you hyped? Are you hyped? Okay. I think we're all hyped here.
Alright, what is going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here with a special vlog. The reason I'm making this vlog is a follow-up to an announcement that I made last week in my weekend preview video. That, quite honestly...
It's a sequel. It's a sequel, guys.
I wasn't planning on making this announcement. It wasn't good news, okay? A lot of people were confused.
Pretty loud.
A lot of people wanted elaboration. A lot of people were supportive. A lot of people wanted elaboration. A lot of people were supportive. Which is
what elaboration do you need? He literally explained, like, for 20 minutes in the weekend preview about what's going on, and every day on pre-stream. What more does he need to explain? What is he gonna tell us in an hour and 5 minutes that's not old information? What the fuck is he gonna do? I'm starting to get scared. I mean, I was excited, but now it's getting spooky. Now I'm getting scared, guys. I don't know what to do.
Great. But what I want to do is make a video just on this subject while I have a few minutes tonight, so that it's out there, so that the word will not be spread forth.
So instead of doing the Battlefield 1 review, which he delayed on Thursday, he canceled it, and then he was going to maybe work on it tonight. He decided to do this. What a great use of your time, Phil. Don't do the review that you promised millions of people to watch. No, do a video that's you basically begging for money. You got your priorities straight, buddy. You got your priorities.
In a video that's not the weekend preview or something else. It's a video all into itself about what's going on right now with myself and my business.
My business.
I do have some good news in regards to
Oh,
some
good
stuff
news.
going on right now.
Okay.
And I want to give you periodic updates on what's going on because, as you know, I've been on YouTube
Periodic updates. Okay.
for 8 years. And I've been doing
8 years.
this as a job since late 2010, early 2011. It's arguable because really I wasn't signed with Machinima as a partner channel or anything like that until early 2011. And so there's an 8-year legacy on YouTube. And by the way, more videos than probably anyone has uploaded to YouTube besides maybe someone who uploads 5-second clips and spams them like a crazy moron. More significant videos, more videos with actual content. I'm probably the most prolific YouTuber on the entire internet. Even though there's other people that have content, I'm probably the most prolific YouTuber on the entire internet.
Okay.
Even though there's other people that have been around as long as me, no one's put out as much hourly long content as I have in the past 8 years. So I've shared my life with you.
I'm willing to bet that Game Grumps has put more content than him. Just putting that out there.
You guys and gals for 8 freaking years, okay? And let me tell you, there were a lot of sacrifices along the way. My lifestyle completely changed when I started doing this as a job. I didn't have a lot of free time anymore to go do stuff with friends and things like that. You know, and I think that actually kind of led to the falling apart of a lot of friendships and stuff that I had. Not just people who've been on camera.
Yeah. It's because of the job. YouTube is such a demanding mistress that he can't hang out with friends, guys. Man, he has it really hard. I feel sorry for him. How can he live a normal life? I mean,
with me, but other people as well. Friendships that I had back home and stuff that just kind of dwindled and fell apart as I made YouTube kind of my living.
Yeah.
Because I needed to sacrifice a lot, you know, putting in so many hours of gaming and covering all the new releases. And
dude, he sacrifices so much for his viewers, dude. He's like the Jesus Christ of gaming, guys. He is just on the front lines, playing these video games in his war room. That's his war room, okay? Like over there is my war room, I guess. Or is this my war room? Yeah, it doesn't matter. You decide. It's dude. He really goes all out, guys. I mean, we should really thank him in a monetary way. In a monetary way. That's the only way you can thank him.
To this day, I still don't think people realize how little of any kind of a social life or anything I really have, because YouTube is my job and this is me and me alone. There's no other person helping me with this. There's no one else who I hire to do video editing. There's no one who uploads this stuff for me. There's no one who monitors my social media. I'm not a team of people like a lot of these other successful gaming YouTube channels, right, that are popping up daily now.
Like what YouTubers? Game Grumps doesn't have a team. I'm not a team. Hot Diggity Demon, Max, who does the animations, he's not a team. He actually animates all those things on his own. It's insane, because I always thought that YouTube animators get someone to do the in-betweens. Like, because I know, like, Egoraptor has been doing that recently with his music videos now, when he does music video animation. But, Hot Diggity Demon is the only one who does animations himself. Like, he does everything on his own, and he's one person. You know, and animating is a lot harder than playing video games, I can tell you that much. I tried and I gave up because it was so that takes a lot of your time. I mean, if you want to talk about time sinks.
Now, and they're all becoming super popular. It's a team of guys, young guys who are all working together, right? I don't have that. I've always been me, myself, and I, okay? And even today, you know, I wake up, I usually, you know, either shower or whatever I need to do in the morning to refresh myself, maybe have a drink or a bite to eat, jump right into work, streaming and working for 3 to 4 hours straight, not really taking a break, but then...
Dude, I don't get why he's so, like, he doesn't want to do a normal job and do this at the same time. Like, he sounds like he's in a normal cubicle job. So, like, what? He doesn't even sound like he's entertained. He likes it. He doesn't even sound like he likes doing it. He's just like, oh, well, I guess I gotta play video games. I gotta, like, buckle down, get my controller. This is work, guys. This is my life. Like,
the uploads and everything, which takes a while. Then taking a break to have dinner and do chores around the house within a 1 to 2 hour time frame, so I could rush back to either work on an edited video or work on more streaming.
Oh, like Battlefield 1's review. How's that going for you, Phil?
More gameplay for another, 2 to 3 hours, if not longer than that. The edited videos usually take around 4 hours minimum.
Whoa, wait a second. Let's hear that again.
2 to 3 hours, if not longer than that. The edited videos usually take around 4 hours minimum.
4 hours to edit a video. Well, he said in the weekend preview a few weeks ago that it takes him 8 to 12 hours to make an edited video, and now he's saying it takes 4 hours. I wonder which one is the truth.
And then monitoring stuff all night as stuff uploads and playlist management and stuff like that. I really don't have a lot of free time to myself.
Playlist management. Playlists are so easy to make. Are you fucking for real? Come on. Come on.
An hour or two a day where I actually just sit down with my girlfriend and maybe we watch TV or talk or do whatever, Everything else, my girlfriend, maybe we really don't have a lot of free time to myself. Maybe an hour or two a day where I actually just sit down with my girlfriend and maybe we watch TV or talk or do whatever, Everything else is the business, and it always has been like that. And it's funny because people say, "Oh, Phil does not do all this stuff that other YouTubers do." Yeah, because I can't, because I'm one man. I don't have a team of people working for me. I never made enough money to hire anyone to work for me to make my stuff big and popular like these other big guys did, right? All the people with high production values, these giant comedy skits, these highly edited videos with scripted
comedy skits, dude. I feel like that he's slightly maybe making a jab at Mega 64 because they are kind of a team. I mean, there's 4 people and a few other friends, I guess, also work with them to make videos, but they have a modest budget, to be honest. I mean, they're hardworking. They make things work, but it's hard work for them, regardless, because just because there's 4 of them doesn't mean that, oh well, now it's super easy and we're doing videos in 1 hour, guys. Look at it. It takes them a long time to get a video together. Just because there's more than one person working on something doesn't mean that it's going to be a faster timeline. That makes no fucking sense because you also have to take into account that you are, what's it called? That you are, you have to keep track of what the vision is between 3 other people. But whatever, let's continue.
Stuff. I can't do that. I couldn't do that. It's not possible because I'm one.
Then why did you make a Patreon goal for Project 7 if you can't do that? Then I can't do that, but I should make a Patreon goal for Project 7 because this is doable. But I don't know if it's doable. But give me your money for it.
Okay. So all that being said, I made an announcement last week that unfortunately my business is not in a good position right now. Okay. What happened was, as you know, last year, I was actually in a good position. It looked like I got kind of plateaued. I was right here.
Remember, he said last year he's not going to talk about copyright strikes? And what is he talking about? Okay, Phil.
Last year, 2015.
By the way, if you hear my fans, I'm sorry, that's my laptop. I'm starting to think that me having, connecting my laptop to the TV is clocking my, maybe if I quit iTunes, because I think iTunes takes a lot of, processing. So maybe that's gonna help. Hope that helps. Let's continue.
All of a sudden, false copyright.
But yeah, I'm sorry if you hear fans, that's all. I'm sorry if you hear the, fans.
Strikes hit my channels. Not just DSP Gaming, but also this channel, the King of Hate Vlogs.
Oh, of course.
Forcing me
copyright
to remove pretty much every pre-stream video ever because they found a loophole in YouTube system where they could flag artwork, which is bullshit. I had legal permission to use any artwork that was ever used.
No, he did not have legal permission, but whatever.
In any of my videos.
I mean, he could say it's shitty, and I agree with. I can see that. I can see it being shitty because, he took that fan art thinking, oh, this is gonna be cool, and then, these people have flagged it, and I think I'm not sure about Jackie Chin, but I mean, that probably should have made me drop his name. Sorry if that causes any shit, but I mean, I wouldn't put it past him either, but I think the Be Awesome one, and maybe Jackie too. Now that I think of it, maybe him, but I think he had more of a grounds of doing it. But Be Awesome one apologized for it because he felt genuinely bad about it because he thought that it was kind of a nitpick to do that or whatever. Well, Jackie Chan, I think he felt that he just didn't want his art to be on Phil's channel anymore. And I can respect that either because as an artist, if you make art and you associate it with something and you don't want to be associated with that anymore, then they have every right to tell you not to do it. But I think it's shady. But I mean, again, I can understand if he said that it was a shitty thing that happened and whatever. But he's making it sound as if like, oh, well, these people follow a loophole. They fucking did something they're not supposed to, and it's like, don't make that argument, Phil. Just say that it was a shitty situation, and I really wish this didn't happen because then you would get more sympathy and more understanding from both sides, to be honest, than just trying to vilify everything and create a harsher divide. Like, you really should be trying to bridge the two communities together in a way that suits him. I mean, he doesn't have to be like, all right, guys, remember, when you see the okay, love him. He doesn't have to do that necessarily, but he could just make a gesture that's like, look, I don't care about them. If you don't like me, that's fine. I'm just going to continue doing us. We don't need to shit on each other. And he constantly shits on them and constantly instigates issues, and then he plays innocent. So,
but they abused the system and filed false copyright claims against me. And YouTube basically is not like the American court system where you're innocent until proven guilty. Instead, they just you're guilty until you prove that you're innocent, which is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Yes, it's ridiculous that YouTube wants to make sure that no one's gonna get an unfair thing or money's going to the wrong person or whatever, and they also don't want to deal with thousands of lawsuits. It would be a terrible business decision, and YouTube honestly would not survive or be around if they took responsibility for every copyright claim. No, they would be destroyed, and they wouldn't be here because it would be a failing business for them to deal with thousands of copyright strikes. Think about it. Let's say that you open a video service, and you allow everyone to upload whatever, and someone uploads a full movie of the Batman movies, or they do whatever, and a company is like, hey, that's copyright infringement, and the guy's like, well, I'm just putting it on the service, and then they just go straight to the website that hosts it, and not the uploader. So then you have to deal with that lawsuit, and then another person uploads the whole movie. You have to deal with that lawsuit reflecting to that movie, and then it grows and grows and grows, and it becomes to a point where you're in a lawsuit nightmare where you can't even survive. So I'm sorry, Phil, but it would be retarded for YouTube to take all the responsibility. That's fucking stupid. I'm sorry, and it sucks, but it's a necessary evil for this website to survive. Like, it doesn't make any sense to do otherwise.
So in order to protect my business, I had to delete every pre-stream video I'd ever done up to that point that used fan art, resulting in the millions of views dropping off of my channels.
Millions.
And my channels, literally overnight, last summer, being removed from the YouTube search system. So when you went to search for a new playthrough or a new thing, it wouldn't come up. I would not come up. Or if I came up, I would be on
See, what he should have done was delete them over time, not all at once. That's fucking insane. He should have done it, one at a time. Do it over time, not all at once. Because if you remove all those views all at once, it's gonna look fucking sketchy. It's like YouTube will deem that channel as a bot. So it seems to be a very weird thing with Phil being associated with bots.
Instead of being page 2 or 3 or maybe even page 1 like I used to be because I'm an 8-year YouTuber, now I'm on page 32. So no one will ever see my videos in YouTube search. And
I am a near an 8-year YouTuber as well. I think I might be a little bit over. I don't know. That started around the time YouTube started. I guess around there, maybe roughly. I don't know. But I'm not on the top of the YouTube search. What the fuck, man? Oh, because he makes money.
Business went from plateauing to being pretty good and being able to pay my bills to into the toilet. Now since
And
then,
whose fault is it to stick on that sinking ship, yeah, the sinking ship? Whose fault is it? Not the detractors, not the fans. It's yours, Phil. You decided to stay in a sinking ship and not get a life raft. It's your fucking situation. It's your fault, but he won't take it.
a lot's changed. This year, I adopted a lot of
By the way, I drink a whole can of seltzer, and how many times have I burped? Funny, right?
changes and things to my business to try to make things better. Number one, DSP Gaming is now just pure gameplay. There's no other content on there, just gameplay. Streaming, playthrough videos, period. That's
And
it.
pre-streams.
Here, vlogging is all my vlogging. All of my informative vlogging videos are right here on the King of Hate Vlogs, and you've seen I've expanded to things like reacting to certain news stories and things like that normally I
Yeah,
wouldn't
that
do.
died off within like half a year almost. I mean, like the last thing he reacted to was, I think, the delay of Last Guardian. I think that was the last thing he did a vlog on. I'm sorry I burped that time, guys. I think I'm becoming him.
While all my other series are continuing, like DSP Tries It and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But then
okay.
KOGaming, my new channel, where I was doing edited content, right?
Edited
Right now, it's
content.
pretty much a great place to do highly edited game reviews and impressions style videos. Now, coming up at the end of the year, I'm going to be doing all my year-end series over on KOGaming. So this is going to be a big change, okay? My E3 coverage this year was here on the King of Hate Vlogs because I was talking to a camera, but in the future, if I ever decide to mix it up and do more edited stuff, that might go to KOGaming as well. So it's going to be a destination for gaming info.
So
And it
the
got
way that he's talking, it makes it sound like he's gonna be here next year. So I wonder, guys. Let's go down into conspiracy land. Conspiracy land, okay? We're in conspiracy land. What if he is pretending to need all this massive debt because he wants to go to California so badly? Dude, I figured it out. He's lying. He's not. He's able to pay his bills. Come on, Phil. Yeah, okay. Sure, you're paying your bills.
very popular at one point this year. It kind of skyrocketed in popularity. Now, unfortunately, it dropped off over this summer because there was nothing going on during the summer. There were no new game releases or nothing really going on, so I didn't have much content for it. Now, the good news is I am starting to make more content over on KOGaming. Every week now I'm going to have multiple videos. In fact, tonight, once I finish filming this one, I'm going to start working on my Battlefield 1 review. There's going to be all kinds of reviews for all the new releases coming out in my year-end series, so I really think that channel is going to get buffed up again once people get used to realizing, oh,
Yeah,
Phil's
okay,
still doing
sure. It's
content.
gonna get buffed up again. Look, I'll tell you this. On my main channel, since I take very long ass time making videos, I can guarantee once you stop uploading on a regular basis, it takes a very long time. Like it took me, like, let's see, a year, I would say, to get a good stable viewership that is outside my subs. It takes a long time, and that's why I don't do YouTube for a living, because I wouldn't be able to feed myself. But okay.
For the channel, it's not like he abandoned it or anything like that. All right, so that's the deal of how I've been operating this year. And the good news was,
Good news.
earlier this year, things were great. My viewership was up. My KOGaming viewership was up. DSP Gaming was about the same or even up a little bit, okay? The King of Hate Vlogs viewership was up. And then for whatever reason this summer, I don't know what happened, things dropped off. And there's really no...
Oh man, in summer it just dropped off. I don't know what happened. It's not like I rage quit a bunch of games during the summer that might piss people off. I don't know what happened. I mean, I rage quit Fury. That, you know, I don't know why anyone would just stop watching me then. I rage quit Ghostbusters. I rage quit Persona 3, a Patreon playthrough. You know, obviously that you know, when I rage quit that, everyone was so happy and just very supportive of the rage quitting that game. And Scarface, yeah, you know, that also helped me a lot in the long run. Yeah, Phil, I don't know what happened. It's a mystery.
No logical explanation for it, because the bottom line is, if you actually look at all of my YouTube analytics and data behind the scenes of YouTube, all right, YouTube is telling me that people are watching my videos for longer than ever, meaning instead of watching a video, for example, 5 minutes, they're watching for 8 minutes. That's great news, right? That means more engagement, more advertisements are playing, more potential to make money.
Money, money, money.
More people are liking my videos. More people are sharing my videos. Overall, you know, all the statistics that YouTube tracks to say your channel is healthy and growing and good, everything's up according to YouTube. But YouTube is saying my views are either stagnant or down, and my profit is down. I'm making less money. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell? How could that be possible? How could it be that I had this big, you know, positivity going on earlier this year in the spring?
Because you're not being paid by views anymore. You're getting paid by ads. So all that stuff is irrelevant, I thought. But okay, I mean, I guess it's both. I guess I don't know.
And then as soon as the summer hit, things slowed down, and now it's gone permanently. And you know, I'm playing all these new games now for the hardcore gaming season. Which typically at the end of the year, when this time of year starts, I see a skyrocket in views because people who normally wouldn't even watch my stuff start coming out to watch the new games. And they want to see what these new games are because they know the holidays are coming up. Which one do I want for Christmas? Or I only have this amount of money now. And a lot of people are calling this Broketober, right? The month where so many new games have come out, there's no way you could possibly afford them all. Which ones do you want to buy? Well, you got to watch someone play it first to find out. So typically I get this influx, and I'm getting none of that this year.
Yeah, none.
My views are like this.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Yeah, dude, it's obviously not him. It can't possibly be his commentary. Not at all. If you tell me it's his commentary, you're blocked, okay? It's obviously everyone else. It's everyone else's fault, okay? Not his own.
I don't know why. The only thing I can hypothesize, quite simply, is that YouTube fucked me still. In fact, if you look at my history...
Oh, so YouTube's still fucking him. So YouTube is like that still holds a grudge against Phil for some reason. Phil is special, guys. He is a victim of everything. Everything. Apparently, every bad thing that you can think of happens to Phil. But remember, guys, Nintendo and Capcom are fucked. Okay, they are in a bad situation. They're not going to survive long. But Phil, oh, he's business extraordinaire. He knows exactly what he's doing.
This year, okay? Almost none of my playthroughs that I did this year got any kind of search attention on YouTube, and you can actually tell because you can look at where your views come from in the YouTube analytics. And it used to be, I'm not even kidding, about 1/3, if not more, of my views would come from YouTube search. People searching for a game, I would pop up and they would click on it and watch the video.
Well, of course,
I don't get any of that anymore. It's down to, I think, 2%. It's that small. Everything is.
But I like how he's looking at this, but he's not asking why 180,000 of his subscribers aren't watching his videos. He's not asking that. He's not asking those questions. He's asking why aren't random strangers watching him anymore. I wonder why.
People who already watch the channel, people who are, you know, who already know my content and they frequent it. None of that YouTube search is even a factor anymore in my YouTube analytics. So I think that's what's going on, is that at this point, I'm really getting screwed over because of what happened last year, and there's no way for me to fix that.
So apparently, something that happened last year that didn't affect him early 2016 is now affecting him again later 2016. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. You know, it's like if I, you know, caught a disease at the end of 2015. I go to the doctor and say, oh, there's nothing wrong with you in early 2016. And then early 2016, or next year, or whatever, I find out that I got sick from the thing I got in 2015. See how that doesn't really make sense? How does something at the end of last year doesn't affect him early this year, but affects him now? It's the weirdest pattern I can see. It makes no fucking sense, but whatever, let's continue.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Now, here's the thing. I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I've been doing this for 8 years.
He wants to keep going. Guys, I'm bleeding money. I have no money. I'm really struggling. So instead of doing something else that might give me money, I want to stay in this sinking ship. Okay? Look, I know God is giving me a lot of life rafts right now, and he's putting all these signs telling me to get a job. I'm just gonna ignore him and go right for that iceberg. Because why should I ever turn away from the iceberg when you guys can push the iceberg away from me? Like, he's literally expecting his fans to push the iceberg for him. Wow. Wow, guys.
But I want to keep doing what I'm doing.
He
I
wants.
don't want to change everything that I've done on YouTube.
I want to keep doing what I'm doing, and I don't want to change. But the thing I'm doing is not successful. Gee, I really don't know why this guy needs help, guys. He really knows what he's doing.
YouTube in 8 years and completely change my personality and completely change my style of video to be
Yeah,
more
why change to be a better person? Yeah, that's fucking stupid, guys.
the popular guys do in order to make money. Because ultimately, even though this is my business, okay, and even though this is how I make my living, all right, I'm also doing this because I'm enjoying what I'm doing and because I feel that there's
He
some
never sounds like he enjoys what he's doing. When he was playing Titanfall 2, when I was watching the stream, he was begging for the campaign to be over. He was like, oh, please, I don't want to play this game anymore. Oh my god. And he was saying all this shit about it. I mean, the only thing he kind of enjoyed was the multiplayer, but he really hated the campaign. So, Forrest, you really spent your $60 on a YouTuber that deserves it. Good job, guys. Good job.
behind it, all right?
Okay.
I really do feel that by playing these games, video games like I do, raw, and putting out raw, unedited playthroughs from start to finish of a game, that it gives people an experience of exactly what that game is about. If you need a walkthrough of the game, you can see how I got through it. And by the way, I'm one of the worst gamers out there in a lot of cases. So if I can get through it, you can get through it, and you can see how I flubbed through it, right? And I really do think it's more beneficial.
I like how he's now embracing that he's a bad gamer, but then when you say something about it to him, he will call you a shithead. So see, this is the thing. He sends mixed signals about this, and honestly, I just thought of this too. So bear with me. It's a little rough around the edges, but he says in multiple videos, I'm terrible at I'm terrible at video games, and that's kind of funny. And so if I'm a viewer and I'm seeing that, then to me, I take that as, hey man, he's okay with making fun of himself being a bad gamer. It's gonna be funny and all that shit. So I might decide to make a small little joke with him about it. Be like, oh yeah, Phil, you fucked up here, and then he'll tell me to fuck off, that I'm a detractor and I'm mentally ill and any kind of insult he can think of. And then I'll probably be like, wow, this guy's a fucking asshole. I thought he was okay with being with these jokes because he just mentioned it. And now when I make the joke to him, he's getting offended. Like it's just, you can't, if you're gonna take that, if you can't take the joke, or if you can't take people calling you a bad gamer, then you shouldn't praise yourself at being a bad gamer. It doesn't really keep a strong narrative, and it makes you look ridiculous. But it's the king of hate, guys. He knows what he's doing. He has a business degree, and everyone loves him.
That these people who literally the only reason they make videos is entertainment. They want you to get a laugh, or they want you to get a rise, or drama, whatever, right? So
he did drama vlogs on the Fine Bros and his own business. He made a drama out of his own business, like he's doing right now. So, yeah, okay.
There really is no quality gameplay or quality information in these videos. It's a guy sitting there playing a game, making faces at a face cam, overreact.
Part of me was tempted to go to a Sonic 06 playthrough, because you tell me he wasn't making a face. You tell me that, and if you convince me, dude, you win my heart. I'll marry you right now. If you convince me that he wasn't being a clown when he played Sonic 06, I will marry you on the spot, okay? If you convince me if he was being serious and he wasn't a clown. Because I guarantee you he was being a fucking clown. Oh my god, this guy, I swear, he doesn't... Dude, he's like Tobias from Arrested Development. But instead of saying sexual innuendos, he says things that aren't true, and he doesn't realize that what he said is untrue. It's so ridiculous how unaware he is.
the stuff that's not scary, basically making a series like Five Nights at Freddy's one of the worst fucking games.
Dude, I played Five Nights at Freddy's. That's a great game. I love that game. I really wish that game was on consoles, to be honest. I played it on my friends' PCs, and for some reason, they're not making the third one and the new one. I think they did a fourth one for Mac, and I'm like, oh man, that fucking sucks because all I have is a Mac. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's not like, and this is the thing with horror. This is give me a little horror rant, but the whole thing with horror is that it is supposed to scare you, but it's also, people come in with the expectation that they're gonna leave having nightmares, and that's not necessarily the case. I mean, some horror movies do that. I got nightmares from seeing Sleepy Hollow, the relatively newer one, when I was a kid. When I was young, and I saw that movie fucked me up in my head, and I had nightmares. I was scared. Oh dude, it was insane. But when I see horror movies now, it's really not about how can I be scared. It's more like, dude, this is fucking eerie, and I'm on the edge of my seat. I mean, look at It Follows. It Follows might not have been a perfect horror movie, but that keeps you on the edge of your seat. You really feel the tension with that movie, and I don't think a lot of people like that movie. But I think they had a good following. But I really like that movie. I thought It Follows is phenomenal for a horror movie, because I'm used to seeing all these dumb horror movies that I just watched to laugh at, and I was expecting that with It Follows, and I was pleasantly surprised. So. Yeah. Hold on, I want to move over. Wait, am I moving? No, I'm moving the other. Yes. Okay. Sorry, this is bothering me. So let's continue. So he's gonna shit on 5 minutes of phrase for no reason. I like how he's randomly shitting on things in this video too. That's fucking great.
Series ever made, a multi-million, if not billion-dollar profitable gem of a series, because these idiots yelled at a face cam like a fucking Muppet, and people are so dumb that they believed that it was scary, and they went and bought the games themselves because they're dumb as fucking dirt.
The games were cheap. The games are also cheap. They're not expensive games. Anyone can buy them. Anyone can buy these games, and they're fun. They're a lot of fun because they have a nice atmosphere to them, where you're in a room, and some of them you can't even close doors. You have to find other ways to delay the inevitable, basically, and try to survive. That is fucking tense, and it's insane. And I like how he's shitting on horror games while he's just about to start a horror marathon. So that's fucking great, and people paid for that. So look what you paid for, guys.
That's not what I want to become. Now, on the flip side of that, I also don't want to become a shill. I don't want to become someone who...
He doesn't want to become a shill, but look at his pre-streams and look how long he plugs. And look at any of his descriptions. He plugs the most. He plugs the most.
Constantly has to advertise in my videos, on my streams, that my gameplay becomes more about fundraising than the actual playing of the game. Which a lot of people who say I should just become a full-time streamer on Twitch, they say that's what I should do. Okay,
but he's already a full-time streamer. He streams games every day. If that's not a full-time streamer, then I guess the only thing he can say is that he doesn't, stream for hours on end, I guess.
The only way to make money on Twitch is to constantly be getting subs and asking for donations and plugging products. So you'd have to hear that. I'd have to be like one of those streamers where I'm playing, oh, thanks to this person who just donated money. All right, now back to the game. It's so distracting. It has nothing to do with the...
See, but he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to do that. He can just, just have a conversation and then have some chat input with that conversation. He doesn't have to be like, all right, guys, Billy Bo, give me $5, man. Yeah, man, that guy's cool. Okay, back to the game. He doesn't have to do that. And if anything, he could also maybe tie it into the game. If he's naming a character and a guy donates to him in time or something, he could be like, oh, I'm gonna name my character after this guy, okay? And then, I don't know. He makes it sound as if it's a bad thing, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I can see where he's coming from, but not even every YouTuber does that, unless only the very extreme bland mainstream examples of shitty Twitch streamers can be. And it's like he watches these compilations of terrible Twitch streamers and takes that as fact. Which I wouldn't be surprised if that's the extent of his research.
The fucking video has nothing to do with the game. It has nowhere belonging in a fucking stream or a video anywhere. But that's how these people make money. Those streams on Twitch, where those professional streamers, those are more about social interaction with the person on the other end of the stream than the actual game. It doesn't matter what game they're playing.
Yeah, why mix? Why try to have both? Why have focus on the game and then focus on the people in the chat at the same time? Why fucking do that? Why try to sound like a human when you could sound like a ungenuine, disingenuine, robotic creature who has a game in front of him? Beats me.
Could be sitting there fucking playing Pong, right? The original video game ever, Pong. They could be sitting there fucking taking a shit. And as long as they're talking to stream chat and saying thank you every time someone sends them money, they'd still fucking make money. That's not what I want to do. I want to put out quality
content. Yeah, he doesn't want to say thank you for money. He does. Cut that out, okay, guys? I mean, when you get money, you are entitled to that money. Why be thankful? Why say thank you? I mean, if once I get really into the commissions and get money back, why would I ever thank them? I mean, I worked on the art. Why should I thank you guys for the money? Wow, Phil. Clap.
Content that I feel is worth making and that I have fun making. Okay?
And I'm entitled to your money, okay? Isn't that the best?
The bottom line is, if every time I play a game, now I have to sit down and edit it for a fucking week before I can even start releasing videos to you, that's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun making a video that I put my heart and soul in, that it can get me a lot of views because I do a lot of things differently and I do try to make it entertaining. That's not fun. Being lazy and just uploading the easiest way possible, that's where the fun comes in. Okay.
That's the whole point of YouTube, is you're supposed to share your personality and your experiences and your talents with the world and have fun doing it and then make money. Not it becomes a 9-to-5 fucking job where you punch a fucking clock.
But you are punching a clock and it has become a 9-to-5 job. You punch the clock when you start pre-stream and you called it work multiple times. It's a 9-to-5 job, Phil. Congratulations, you made video games a 9-to-5 job. I don't know many people that do that, who have managed to do that to video games, but you are the first. Congratulations.
Oh, I played a game and I faked like I was having fun. Now time to edit this for a week and release it 2 parts a day. Oh, look, I have 1 million subscribers on YouTube now because people are fucking stupid as shit.
Wow.
And really,
wow. I put time and effort into videos, I upload them in 2 parts, and I get 1 million subscribers. What? These people are fucking stupid. Why do they want quality when they could get quantity with me? Wow, what fucking idiots. Okay, Phil.
that's what it's become. There's so many people who just emulate everyone else or copy everyone else at this point because that's the successful formula on YouTube. And so many people come to me and say, "Why don't you do it?" And I say, "I was out. I did this before any of those people existed, and I still do it my way because I think it's the better way." But you're not getting millions of views and you're not getting millions of subs. And they even tell me I do it wrong. I'm doing it wrong because I'm doing it the way I did it before all of this bullshit, this scripted fake nonsense, high production.
Scripted fake nonsense. While every stream, every gameplay stream, you can guarantee there's something scripted in there. Like, oh, fuck, there was one. Well, I'll go to an oldie but goodie. In Metal Gear Solid 3, when he got to the Sorrow, that whole thing was scripted. He knew how to get around that because people told him how to do that. That was scripted, but he's the realest motherfucker, right, guys? Yeah, okay. And shout out to oh fuck, I'm gonna miss her name. I'm sorry. It starts with the C. It's like Kisa Nook. Oh man, he did the new Left 4 Dead. This is how you don't play. I was watching that, and he barely got through that on his own. But he's the realest motherfucker that didn't upload him finishing the other campaigns in that game. Okay, yeah, realest motherfucker, guys.
Value, teams of people putting out videos, bullshit.
Bullshit.
No, I'm not doing it wrong. I'm doing it right. I'm doing it the way.
He's not doing it wrong. He's doing it right. Okay. You're gonna go for absolutes here, Phil. Like you could have said, "I'm not doing it wrong. I'm just doing it my way, and I'm having fun with it." That he could have just said that, but instead he has to be Mr. Right all the time. He's doing it right, guys. Remember, he is losing money. He is contemplating refinancing the house, and he has to beg every day on pre-stream. He's doing it right. He made an hour-long video saying that it's a serious update, that he needs help because he's doing it right. He's doing it right, guys. He's doing it right. Wow. Okay.
That I care about it, where if you actually care about the game and you want to have that genuine experience, that's what I'm sharing with you, not this highly over bullshit video which is fake as fuck. If you want to watch fake as fuck, go watch television. Go watch fucking
Fake as... Sorry, I'm gonna take off this fleece. Okay, I'm hot. Okay, believe it or not, I get hot. Fake as fuck. Yeah, okay. The only thing brings up TV. Well, TV, of course, it's fucking fake unless you're watching like the news or whatever. But I mean, I guess the news can be fake as well. But of course, it's fake because it's TV. They have a whole production team and they're telling original stories. You're not telling a story, Phil. Sorry, but you can't really make that comparison.
Anything that's out there already that's highly produced and is incredibly fake. You know what I mean? Go watch fucking reality, because that's really what it is. It's reality TV. Everyone wants reality TV now. The lowest common denominator. People with 2 fucking brain cells in their brain. I gotta watch reality TV.
He's shitting on reality TV, and look at the elections this year, which is great, but reality TV has been kind of not a thing anymore. Like, not a lot of people even talk about it or care about it. It's not really lasting long. Like, Jersey Shore was the last thing I heard people talk about, and then after that, I didn't hear anything. I mean, unless I'm out of the loop. But half the time that people watch reality TV, they're watching it ironically. Like, they're watching how dumb it is, and that's the demographic that Phil should be homing in on. These people who watch him ironically, but he doesn't want those viewers. So these people leave. If he continued Scarface, he probably would be able to not be in the situation, but he's never going to do Scarface.
Right? And that's what it's all about. Reality fucking TV. Not someone actually playing a game and enjoying it, but I have to now over-dramatize everything going on for entertainment purposes.
You already do that, though. You already over-dramatize everything. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Oh my god, man.
I don't want to become that. I don't want to be the shill. I don't want to be the clown, the Muppet that dances on camera. I don't want to be any of this. Yeah, every once in a while it's okay to do those things. But that's not what I want to become the embodiment of on YouTube, to make money and keep doing this as a living, right? So I'm worried because right now my views are the same or even going down a little bit. My profit apparently is going down, which I don't understand. And I'm supposed to be having...
I knew that it was a good idea to show off pre-stream because he said he's making double money with, or he's making more money with the ad revenue this year. He just said that in his pre-stream today, Saturday, when he made this fucking video, and now he's saying that he's losing money. Which is it, Phil? Are you making more money or less money? You can't seem to keep a story straight. A very common trait of a liar.
Most busy time of the year. It makes no fucking sense what's going on right now.
Oh,
all of YouTube's metrics are telling me everything's positive. Everything's good and better and positive, yet I'm making less money. How is that fucking possible? So last week I talked about...
Because it's a ad. It's ad revenue. You're not making money off ads because people have ad blocker enabled. Okay.
This in the week in preview. And I vented about it. Basically, this is all the stuff I just talked about, only not as much in detail as I just gave you.
Yeah,
and I said, I really need help. All right? I need help. Right now, I need, first of all, people who are watching my stuff to spread it via word of mouth so that I can keep paying my fucking bills and keep my house and not have it repossessed and shit. I need help. Number 2, okay. Patreon. Because the bottom line is, if you already watch my stuff, you already spread the word about my stuff, and YouTube is saying that everyone who watches my stuff is liking it according to all their metrics, right? The only other thing you could do to help me is Patreon. Pledge money to get perks, get stuff back, but also to help me. Because if the bottom line is, if a small amount of my
viewership, the perks aren't what you should care about. It's giving me money. That's the bottom line, guys. You're giving me money. Okay.
We're patrons. If 10% of the people who watch me every single month, I get around 2 million views still on DSP Gaming a month, and that's not counting views here on the King of Hate Vlogs or over on KOGaming or anything like that. That's just the channel alone gets over 2 million views usually a month. All right.
Okay.
If 10% of 2 million, 10% gave $1 a month, I would never have to worry about YouTube again. I wouldn't have to worry about views. I wouldn't have to worry about advertisements. If that was
he says this, but that's because when you get views are very, like, they're not a definitive number. It's not like, oh, well, I always get this number. Like, if he gets 10%, or if he gets $1 from every viewer, like, what if he's already getting $1 from everyone who watches his videos? What if he already gets $1 from them? Whatever.
Pledge that I got on Patreon, you would never have to hear me make a video like this, and I never have to say I'm in dire straits and I don't even know if I can.
I like how he keeps saying this too. It's the same rhetoric. 15 minutes in, Jesus, dude, I'm very terrified on what the remaining time is going to be about. What can he fill? What the fuck, man? I'm getting very concerned, but I like how he keeps saying, well, I'll never have to worry about views anymore. I don't have to worry about it. Just give me money, and I won't have to worry about anything. Okay, guys? Give me money. It's really like he's threatening us that if you don't pay me, I'm gonna fucking beg out of my fucking ass if you don't pay me, guys. And you won't have to hear me beg anymore. But if I don't get that money, I'm gonna beg.
Business long term anymore. But that's the truth of the matter, is that people don't realize that. And I don't actually talk about Patreon outside of things like my pre-streams or whatever, because I don't advertise. I don't. My only advertisement is on pre-stream every day. That's it. I don't make videos about it. I barely ever post up on Twitter an advertisement. Almost nothing. So
maybe he should make a video, like a Patreon update type video, where he goes over every month, like, oh, well, this month we're going to be doing this, and it's going to be great. Or he should make a reward where that, you know, like, if people pay $5, they get they can contribute to a video that he does once a month. A video series he does once a month, and has the $5 reward reflect that series. That's not associated with the goal, so they have a little bit more to do and a little bit more to spend money on. Maybe you should do something like that, Phil. Maybe you should really experiment with that kind of stuff, but he's not going to do it.
Because of that, because I'm all about the games and the gameplay and busting my ass making gameplay videos for you, I don't make a lot of money.
Busting my ass.
I'm not like these other fucking people, right? And I'm not using all the tricks of the trade to get high views on YouTube so I can get tons of sponsorship and free games out of the ass.
The tricks of the trade. What tricks of the trade is there? You're just playing video games.
Gamers on YouTube that have not paid for a fucking video game in years. I'm going to say that again. There's gaming YouTubers who have not even bought a fucking game for years. They get everything for free, or they get paid to play the fucking games. Not one video they put...
That's kind of wishy-washy. A wishy-washy statement to make, TBH. Well, this guy has got a few free copies of games himself. And I like how he mentions this, and he played Titanfall 2, which was a fan-donated game, by the way.
That is legitimate, because it's all paid sponsorships. And that's what people think is good. How? Are you a fucking idiot? You're just watching constant advertisements for free, by the way. You're a moron. You're wasting your time watching these advertisements for free on YouTube, and you think that they're entertaining because, I don't know, maybe you're simpleton. Who else would like
Wow. Wow. Since I don't understand how you like another video, you are a simpleton. I mean, how can you like something that I don't understand? Dude. Really? Okay. Let's continue.
Fucking shit. I don't know. I certainly fucking don't. I watch it. I watch 5-10 seconds of it, and I want to fucking vomit and shit at the same fucking time.
You know what? To quote Derek from Mega64, because ironic enough, Mega64 had a run-in with him. Not in person, but like, you know, when they did the VGA Awards, whatever, they did a skit, their DSP took it seriously. And the skit was a Todd and Aaron video. If you don't know what Todd and Aaron is, check them out. It's a hilarious skit from them. But it's a parody of rewards, and he in the first 5 seconds whatever of that skit, he was like, I don't get it. I don't get the joke. This and that. Like, are they trying to be serious? I don't understand. Like, he didn't get that it was a joke. He didn't understand that it was satire. And the first award was was Game of the Year, a tie between Madden and Call of Duty. Like, anyone with a mind can instantly get that it's a satire. The whole video makes pointless awards. Like, it's so clear. But anyways, back to Derek's quote. Derek said that yes, watching something for 2 seconds or like 5 seconds, whatever, it sounds like he has a very good assessment of the video he watched. Exactly. What kind of assessment do you make with that? Like, you don't go to a movie, see the first 5 seconds, and be like, oh, this movie sucks. What is this? I'm out later, guys. It's like watching Memento, and like watching the first 5 seconds and be like, what the fuck is this? I don't get. He's running around. Okay, I'm done. This movie's fucking stupid. Like, this fucking idiot. He doesn't give anything a single shot. He doesn't even try. He goes in. See, this is the other thing. I do know people that do this, and I do kind of do this myself. I'm guilty of the same thing. But he goes in watching something, ready to hate it. So he finds every little thing he can do to hate it. So of course he's gonna have a terrible time with it. This is fucking abysmal.
I can't take that shit. I can't. And I know I have a viewership that's in the same mind frame as me, or else I wouldn't have.
Really? Really? So if I watch you, then that means that that you and me share the exact same taste in videos, YouTubers, whatever. Are you fucking dense? I mean, that's like people saying that, well, if you watch Mega 64, that makes no sense, because, I watched Mega 64, as I keep saying, multiple times. I'm sure you're really ready to kill me over it, but, they say things I disagree with. I don't agree with half the things they say. Does that mean that I hate them? Or that I'm a simpleton or whatever? No. People have different tastes, Phil, and some people can't like you and like PewDiePie at the same time. I know it's fucking crazy to be in the same fucking league with them, but that might be a thing. Also, some people might actually like Phil and like some detractors. Fucking insane, right? Because that's the thing. You can like multiple things. It's very doable. And that's the only credence I will give the Air Raid Lord. That's the only sliver of thing I'll say about the Air Raid Lord, is that I think that he is a reasonable fan of Phil's, in the sense that he only doesn't like him when he generally does something that he doesn't like. Now, I don't know how far he goes when he becomes a detractor. I don't know if he goes out of his way to be like, oh yeah, fuck you, Phil. But I don't know. That's my assessment of the Flip Flop Lord. But whatever.
Been on YouTube for 8 years. There's actually a group of intelligent people out there who want my kind of content. Dude. Informative, real.
Intelligent people. So if you watch Phil, you're intelligent. Okay? Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.
Right? Not fucking stage scripted entertainment. You're not watching my streams to be entertained every possible second of the fucking stream.
Sorry, that was funny. You don't watch my streams to be entertained. That is the most painfully ironic statement he has said this entire video. That's great, man.
Or every possible second of the video, you need instant gratification. No, you're more mature than that. You understand that you can watch.
But you need gratification, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, when you tell a joke, you need to have a good payoff. And that's the other thing. If his streams were not meant to be entertaining, then why does he keep trying to amuse us with jokes? That doesn't add up. Oh my god, dude. Like, this video is fucking insane. Like, I really thought the state of DSP address was insane. Like, I thought he could not top that video. But he finds a way. He finds a fucking way, guys.
Content and this is what the game is. Now I know if I want to go check it out for myself or not. Or I know I wasn't going to get this game, so I'll watch Phil play it, so at least I know what the game's all about. That's what my content has always been about on DSP Gaming. And of course, now I've really upped the quality of the reviews that I'm doing on KOGaming. People are telling me that my videos...
Yeah, they love the robotic, cold, distant voice of KOGaming. Hi, this is Phil talking to KOGaming. We're gonna talk about Battlefield 1. It's a really good game where you play in World War One, and it's really good. It's like the best game ever. Oh shit, there was a breath there. Fuck. Gotta reshoot it. Can't make it sound like I'm a human in this video.
KOGaming are just as good as anyone else who's doing high production value
No, it's not.
reviews on the internet, but that I just
No.
don't have the exposure. If I had the exposure, I'd be probably beating these people. Some people have even told me I'm not gonna.
No. No. Wait. Oh, please say he's gonna say I'm not gonna give any names because then that means he's making up this statement right here.
Group names or whatever. That my reviews on KOGaming this year have been much better than a few people who are.
Dude, I'm getting so dude, I'm even doing the same fucking hand gestures right now. That's fucking insane, okay? We got the saint right there because I had a feeling he was gonna say, I'm not gonna name any names. When people say that, they're fucking lying. So, what he's gonna say, was never said. I guarantee it, because, like, back in my very, like, retarded era of the internet, where I would get into a lot of fights, I would cite things that I wouldn't provide the link. I was like, well, this guy said this, and I'm not gonna name any names, but they said this, and it's like, prove it. No, I don't need to prove it because I know they said it, and it's just right there. It shoots your argument in the foot, because if you can't say where you got it from, then that means it. What kind of argument is this? So there's no way what he's gonna say is legit. No one said this. No one. Maybe his mom said it. Darkside Mama said it.
Actually known this is what they do on YouTube. Game reviews, mine are better. But just because I don't have
The only thing I could kind of assume they might be talking to, because I think it might have been, ironically enough, Forest Reviews that might have said that, but I don't know. I don't know if it's him. It could be some other person who reviews games on YouTube that gets a decent following, but it might not be a big YouTuber that does it. So unless he's trying to name drop the Review Tech USA, but he's not a good person to cite. See, that maybe that's who it is.
exposure, I haven't surpassed anyone.
Okay.
So all this being said, okay, this past week there was an outpouring of positivity. People were coming out to thank me, to support me, leaving nice comments, suggestions, constructive stuff that really helped out. And what I want to do right now is give you...
Except for Prime. Prime, you're a fucking asshole, okay? You did not apologize to me, DSP, so you're not part of this thank you, okay? I know you tried to help, but you're a fucking detractor, and I saw right through that, okay? You're just none other than Fred Fox, okay? Prime, that's who you are. I figured it out with my big scheming analytics on the King of Hate forums. I figured it out. That's what DSP wants to say to you, Prime. Prime, bless you, man. You tried your best, and you got punished for it, man.
Update on how everything's going after this 1 week of this being known that my business was not doing well and I was in jeopardy of not even being able to do this as a job anymore. And I also want to give you some responses to some of the suggestions that people have said about suggested improvements. Because I actually think that some of them were really good. I think some of them were not so good. And I want to explain why, rather than, well, Phil refuses to change because we suggested all these things for him to do and he didn't do them all. So obviously he's just ignorant.
He is ignorant. He fucking shat on Prime. He took a steaming load on Prime's face with his nice... He's like, honestly, Prime's forum post, and this was the reason why I did a video on Prime's forum post. When I read it, it was such a nicely written post, and like it explained everything on what he can do that can save his business, and Phil just shat on it. It was like I just didn't get it. I didn't see why Phil needed to go out of his way to fucking insult the guy. I really did not get that, and that was fucking uncalled for. But of course, Phil has to be Mr. Right all the time, and then he has to be like, well, I listen to you guys. All right, I listen. But it has to. You also have to suck my ass while you suggest it. You can't just talk to me like a person. You have to be a fucking slave to my dick while you give me some suggestions. So suck my dick, and maybe I'll listen.
or he's what's the word, stubborn, and he doesn't want to listen to all of our suggestions, so therefore it's his fault that he fails on YouTube.
It is his
No, the
fault.
bottom line is that
If it wasn't his fault, then why is he failing? Well, oh wait, no, the copyright strikes that happened in 2015 that didn't affect him early this year has now affected him this right now. Okay, yeah, sure.
a lot of suggestions that I get just aren't viable or feasible, and I'm going to explain a lot of that to you right now why, okay? So first off, let's talk the positive side. On the positive...
Dude, I should have waited for this video, because I did a lot of forum videos in the past few days. That's fucking insane. Thanks, Phil.
Side of things. This week, I did not see an increase in views. No.
Okay.
I did not see an increase in any kind of engagement, but likes are up even more. I think what happened is after watching the weekend preview last week, people said, we got to start liking Phil's videos because that's going to help him. Likes are up even more. Engagement's up slightly more from last week when I've last looked. And, get this, my profit is up. Now, if you're wondering why, that could be...
His profit is up, but he is asking for help. Oh my god, dude. Oh, I'm so fucking triggered. Jesus.
One of two reasons. It could be because people realized, oh shit, Phil makes money off of the ads on his videos. Let's do him a favor. Let's do him a solid. He's given us 8 years of fucking free videos.
Let's do Phil a solid, okay, guys? Let's really help this guy out. He did us a solid by shitting on everyone and burning bridges. Let's give him a solid, a good, happy solid.
Let's turn off ad blocker when we watch his videos. Let's make sure that there's videos playing with ads on them when we watch his stuff, so that he'll actually make...
I like how he had to say that we turn off ad blocker so ads are playing. Like, he has to, like, make sure that those who aren't in the know understand that for ad blocker to be off, ads are playing. Instead of saying ad that's a nitpick, but just so you know, give him a solid, turn off ad blocker. Okay.
The money that he's supposed to be earning, give him the benefit of the doubt because he's in trouble, and if we don't do this, he's not going to be able to do YouTube anymore. Or it could be that right now is the beginning of the biggest advertisement season of the year. It's traditionally October through December when the ads pick up in ad revenue. You're going to see way more ads, way different ads for products that are holiday or gift-giving themed. You're going to see a lot...
Honestly, this kind of sounds more of a reason to turn on ad blocker right now, because he's saying you get to see more ads. Oh, fun. More ads. Yay.
A lot of game ads, movie ads, things for Christmas-style ads coming up in the next few months on YouTube. And those are the high-paying ads. This is like the prime time to make videos on YouTube right now, because right now is the big money-making paying time, okay? So maybe YouTube flipped the switch, and now all the better ads are now being on YouTube this week, and so my ad revenue is going up. It could be that, or it could be both. It could be a factor of both things. So I made a little bit of extra money this week. That's
it. It's a little bit of money, just not enough. Okay, yeah, that doesn't make it sound like you're a greedy asshole. Okay, yeah.
Usually make. The bottom line is, it looks like this month, because we're near the end of the month. I won't know for about another week, actually, because there's 3 more days left in the month, and then it takes about 3 days for YouTube to process all the data. So really, it's about a week from today. I will actually know how I did in October. It's looking like I'm definitely going to do better than I did in September, but it's certainly not looking like it's going to be anywhere near as good as I need to do or have been doing ever in this kind of time of year. It's only a little bit more than what I used to make, okay?
The sleaziness.
But the other positive thing, 2 positive things, is that number 1, Patreon, I had an outpouring of support this week for people who pledged to my Patreon. And I just want to say this right up front. Thank you to those who watched the weekend preview last week, believed me, and listened. Because the worst thing would happen is no one believed me, no one listened, and then by the end of this year, that's it, and my YouTube career's done, and I'm gone. And 8 years.
Of course they believe you. You begged like a cocaine addict who's going through withdrawals. This is really like this is pathetic, and I want to say this to those of you who are fans of this guy. Why? Like, I mean, I understand if you want to see him continue. If you like Phil, that's fine. But he doesn't. I don't know. Actually, I I don't. I'm so fucking broken right now. Dude, 21 minutes. God, 21 minutes, and I'm like fucking
Legacy
destroyed.
gone just because people didn't believe me that I was actually in trouble and that I needed your help. All right, people did, and I think over 50 new people pledged to my
Like,
Patreon,
I
and I
just
think this
don't get. I don't get. He starts saying that he needs help. It's a serious update. He's fucked up, and then now it's like I'm doing great. Like, dude, almost okay. I'm gonna tell you this little conspiracy theory I had earlier today, and it's gonna sound very wacky, and it's I mean, bear with me here. I think he didn't want to buy Titanfall 2. Okay, and, he shat on Titanfall a lot, but he saw that Titanfall 2 had a lot of potential of giving him views and this and that, but he didn't want to buy it. So I think that he started stirring up this whole begging thing, like, oh, my career is shot. I got really fucking depressed about it, so that a fan can go out of their way to offer Titanfall 2 for them. Because that's the thing that's kind of fishy, right? Because he said how much he wants to buy Titanfall, like he wasn't sure about Titanfall 2. He was gonna buy the PlayStation VR, and he bought a lot of games for that, thinking it was gonna be a moneymaker. And then he was like, well, Titanfall 2 could give me some money too, but I don't have the money to give $60, and I don't want to sink $60 in that game. So maybe I should start a pity party for me, so a fan can get me the game. Now I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna say that's necessarily the case, but it just seems a little too coincidental that he kept dropping hints about Titanfall 2, like a kid who's trying to tell his parents what game to get him for Christmas, and then the week that it comes out, a guy tells him that he's gonna get him the game. And now he's trying to slowly backpedal out of begging. It sounds a little fishy. Sounds a little fishy to me, and especially now that Patreon's up. I mean, it almost felt like that it was coming full circle for him. Like it was coming like this whole thing was gonna hit two birds with one stone. It's very weird. It's a very coincidental thing, right? I mean, I don't know. I might be thinking too much into this. I might have the conspiracy headphones on too tight.
this month, October 2016, is going to be, I'm going to have the most number of pledgees ever on Patreon. And I'm probably going to make the most money ever that I've ever made on Patreon before, since I started in February of 2015. Now, I want to clarify that, because there's some misconceptions. There's all these dumb reporting websites out there that never have correct data. Not once ever have I used any of these reporting websites for YouTube or Patreon or anything where the data was correct. All they do is they take the front-facing number on the front of a fucking web page, and they think that it's right no matter what. When in reality, all data that's public-facing is subject to context. All right. If you look at a graph of
subject to context, what's the context? Oh well, the money that's on Patreon. The context is that it's money and their numbers, and they measure how much money people give them. But the context is that the money is there, but the money is not there, but it's there, and then false pledges are gone. So you got to measure that, and then what analytics is Phil using to measure Patreon? Because these sound more complex than any other site on the planet.
how I've done on Patreon, it looks like I've plummeted. Oh my God, Phil used to make $1,250 or more every single month, and then all of a sudden, he started making less and less and less, and now it's like $1,000 a month. So what happened?
It's $1,025 a month. He dropped it, and he's trying to save face by saying, "Oh well, now it's showing the real amount." But that doesn't make sense because then why would it like so Patreon was making an extra, let's see, the old goal was 12.50, so it's doing something. It's making it sounds like Patreon was taking more than a website would.
He plummeted. Wrong. It's all wrong. The data is
It's
completely and
wrong.
utterly wrong. What you're seeing when
Yeah,
you
yeah. When the site said 12.50 and now it says 1025, that's wrong. Don't believe that.
go to my Patreon page at patreon.com/darksidephil, that is a front-facing number for the public. Okay, that number has been edited by Patreon 3 fucking times this year. First, they wanted to put in the fact that there are fees that they take out, processing fees. Okay, so first it dropped once, then they went in
What?
there.
Huh? Which number is dropping? The amount number, or the how much the goal is? Because the goal dropped only one time.
And they
Okay.
said, well, now we want to estimate based off of how many false pledgees you get a month. We want to subtract that from the total, okay? So they started doing that because people used to false pledge to my Patreon account hundreds of dollars a month that I never would get. So it would look like I'm making $2,000 a month, when in reality I was still making the $1,250. And they would, they wanted to fix that. So then they kind of fixed that. But then this summer, they instituted a new process by which if you pledge to a Patreon, myself, the Patreon page owner, can make it so that when you pledge, it charges you immediately. So that way there's no trolling. If you're going to pledge, it's going to charge you. You can't false pledge, right?
So then
So
the amount you see is that amount then, right? And isn't it also funny that once he adopted the instant charge thing, uh, the the amount the amount that he got plummeted? Isn't that kind of funny? I think it's funny.
it eliminated all false pledges. But then Patreon never changed the front-facing number. So it has in there calculated estimated false charges and stuff, but it's wrong because now there's no false charges anymore. So really what you see on the Patreon page, my page, is around $225 less than what I'm actually.
But he said that it takes out the false pledges, but now it's not taking it out. What? 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 Dude, I'm not. He already lost me, man. He said that that Patreon takes out the false pledges, and now it's not. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a whole lot
Have
understandable.
pledged to me at the time. Okay, I just want to make that abundantly clear. That's the truth of the matter. But Patreon, and I've
No.
contracted Patreon on it, and they won't fix it. Oh, well.
Again, won't show us any proof. I think he showed proof of something on his forums, but he said no one cares about the proof. But here he's talking about the proof about it. Like, but if no one cared, then why is he talking about it? But then if people care about it, if he's talking about it because people think they care about it, then why not show the proof? I don't know. Maybe there's something to it. Maybe he's wrong. I don't know. I mean, why is he withholding information? I don't know.
Thanks, that is an oversight on our behalf, but we're just, we'd have to recode the whole thing, and we're not going to do that. That's what I was told. They're not going to recode the whole thing just for me. Okay. I had trolling last year where people were posting up my address and personal information and all kinds of shit on my Patreon page, and they did recode it then because they realized how serious it was that I could probably sue them if they didn't. Here, they won't do it. They won't fix it. I can't make them do it, but the bottom line is that number is always going to be absolutely
I love
wrong.
how he's using Patreon and he's like kind of like shitting on them here. Like, why? Why does he have to shit on them? Leave Patreon alone, Phil. They're giving you money.
On my page. In fact, to give you a frame of reference here, last month someone pledged $20, so they were charged $20 immediately. But they
Okay.
didn't want to do a $20 recurring charge. They wanted to do a $5 recurring charge, so they immediately changed it to $5. So here's what happened: my Patreon total went up by $20, but then it subtracted 15 because they lowered their pledge. So it did count on the main homepage for 5 seconds, and then it reduced down by $15. So everyone who makes a pledge and then lowers it isn't reflected properly on the page at all. And that's the problem with my Patreon page. It's just not correct. So really, unfortunately, you're going to have to rely on what I tell you, every month on how I'm doing.
But I thought it. But if if it's reflecting the false pledges still for some reason, then what if that's part of that? Then Phil, what? I don't know. I mean, I guess he's telling us his story so we can only listen to him and believe what he says because he's always right. He's Mr. Right. He has the best analytics, guys. He's tremendous.
On Patreon. The good news is,
good news.
Right now, I'm probably gonna make the most ever on Patreon in a month, and the most number of patrons, and it's good. And here's the thing: if we can retain.
Oh, and the other thing I was gonna say, see, the other thing that kind of shoots this whole thing in the foot. I remember in a pre-stream, I think it was during the month of September or October or somewhere. He was short on the page at the time. He was $20 short from the goal, or something like that. Let's say it's $20 for the sake of memory. And he said in the pre-stream, "I'm $20 short." So he aligned with what the page said that he was short by. So it seems like he's moving goalposts. Like if he's close to reaching the goal on the page, he'll go for that. But if he's if he's starting to see that it's not panning very well, then this convenient lie kicks in. See what I mean? See how hard it is to trust him when he talks about money, and this is why you shouldn't talk about money because it doesn't make any sense when he talks about it. Like, look at the camera. Try to explain that one. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
If every month the people who pledged right now keep their pledges, all right? Not that they make one large pledge that they go away and they never come back, but if they do $1 a month ongoing pledge, $5 a month ongoing pledge, okay? That's going to save my ass. Like, you have no idea.
Yeah, it's not like money accumulates and you might take money that you could use on your own for your own needs. No, that doesn't happen. Accumulation, that's a myth.
Right now, like I said, 10% of the people who watch my stuff gave $1 a month. I would never be talking about this shit ever again. So if you're seeing this video, this is the first you're hearing of this, and you watch my daily live streams or you watch my daily gameplay videos on DSP Gaming, you love my vlogging here on the King of Hate Vlogs, and you really like what I've been doing over on KOGaming with the new video style I've been putting out this year, and you want to see me continue to do this, as little as $1 a month. It's nothing to you in a lot of cases, and I'll say this.
I really fucking hate when he says this, and I went off on him before about it in another video. But don't tell people that their dollar is worthless on whatever they spend it on. That is fucking shitty. Like that is terrible. Don't tell people that. No, you're gonna sound like an asshole. Do you want to sound like an asshole?
I'm fully aware there are some people, viewers of mine, $1 is a ton of money, okay? For us in the United States, it's nothing. We can't
Oh my god, dude. It's something across the seas. If you don't live in America, dollar is a lot of things. So does he understand that maybe, other places in the country have a better economy than the U.S.? $1 is still something here too, Phil. Just because you waste your dollar on whatever you spend your dollar on doesn't mean that it's worthless. This is the most, it's shit like this. That in those cartoon shows when they have like that rich kid and they go in and they for like a day or so they spend their time with like the lower income family or something, and they're like, oh, why don't you buy it? Like that South Park episode where all the rich families move to South Park and they make fun of the poor kids because they're like, oh, you don't have this for that or whatever. All that. Phil is like that. He wants to be part of these rich communities, and it's like, see, $1 nothing, but like everyone can they live by that dollar. Like people use $1 because people still use laundromats or use these cheap $1 laundromats where they spend $1 to wash their clothes. That's important to them. I mean, some apartment complexes or apartments don't have they don't allow for a washing machine and a dryer to be installed. So they are like, okay, well, we have a laundromat around here. You might have to pay $1 to use it, whatever. So they do that, or they use $1 for parking. Like, $1 is useful for many things that he doesn't understand. And he's telling people that $1 is pointless. Are you fucking retarded, Phil? I'm sorry, but there's other things that people need you spend that dollar that's more useful than your fucking fat ass.
Pack of gum. We can't buy any food. You can't even buy an onion at your grocery store for $1. In most cases, it's more than that. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so get this. Onions are, let's say, $5, okay? If you spend $1 on Phil, you're gonna have $4. So how are you gonna buy that onion now? You gave that dollar to Phil, so how are you gonna pay for that onion if you're down $1? It's nothing, right? Dollar's nothing. I mean, dollar doesn't make a huge difference, right?
$1 to us is nothing. I understand that's from my frame of reference that I say that, but
Oh yeah, his pampered reference. Look at his house. He lives so far above his means. Yeah, yeah. Take his word for it that $1 means nothing, guys. While he's begging for $1. Yeah, dude. That's the other thing. Oh my god, dude. That dawned on me. He is saying how pointless $1 is, and yet he's asking for $1 specifically. Like, I need $1, but $1 is worthless. Okay.
a bunch of people pledge $1, it means a lot. It could keep me doing this in the long term. So thank you to those who have pledged. Please, I hope you keep your pledges moving forward, because that's going to support me and allow me to keep doing this. And if you have not pledged yet, get in on it. I'm telling you, this is...
Go to my Patreon, go. You need to go to my Patreon right now and give me your fucking dollar, okay? Stop what you're doing. Why are you watching this for 26 minutes, guys, okay? Go to my fucking Patreon and give me fucking money. Give me that dollar. Give it to me. I'll open my asshole for you guys. Give me that dollar.
how I'm going to be able to do this long term, and it'll get me up in the morning energized and positive that people...
Dude. That dollar makes... You have to give him $1 for him to be happy. For him to not be depressed. For him to get out of bed. He needs $1 to get out of bed. Oh, okay.
want to see
Wow.
me keep doing this rather than me every day stressing out about fucking views and who's going to show up and who's going to watch what game. That's why I adopted Patreon last year to begin with. So if I could make...
Prime, my boy, Prime. He said it again. He said that last year, oh, this is why I opened Patreon. But last year he said he opened it to improve his business. It's a bait and switch, dude. Oh god, Prime, dude, my boy, Prime, man.
make enough money doing it that I don't have that pressure. The problem is, last year the false copyright strikes completely fucked my business. And now I'm not in the position where I'm sitting pretty and Patreon's helping me with that anymore. I just need to pay my fucking bills. Okay?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man, I feel you.
Now, let's address a couple things, because there's been some suggestions this week of things that I could do to improve. All right? Things that I can do to make my business better and or make it more popular and keep doing this on YouTube full time. There's some I want to address and tell you what I think is a good idea and what's a bad idea, and I want to get your feedback if you're a viewer who wasn't involved in that discussion, all right? So first off, some people said, well, Phil, your Patreon in general, the perks. Take a look at the perks that you have on Patreon. So just so you know, if you're not aware, if you pledge $1 a month, you get a text thank you in my weekly preview videos. It's a text crawl at the end of every video. So 3 to 4 videos a month, you're guaranteed to have your name in a video as a thank you. $5 a month.
But remember, other Twitch, any other streamer that does that is a fucking sellout, and they are just caring for their money and interrupting everything, okay?
You get premium forum access. You get a custom title on my forums on thekingofhate.com, and you get to participate in any event that's going on this month.
Yeah, and by the way, when you go to his forum, you get to lose your privacy, and your IP becomes part of Phil's place. He gets to see your IP address. And in case you guys don't know, an IP address is very private and very personal, because if someone has your IP address, they can find out where you live. I think, roughly. Again, don't take my word for it, but I'm pretty sure that people can get your address through your IP address. That's why it's a big deal when sites record your IP address. It's kind of a breach of privacy, But Phil does it. He's not even telling anyone. Isn't that great? Please donate to his $5 Patreon, where you go to his forums, where it has every other person that is very, very, very mean, aggressive. They assume you're a stock account. They're fucking shitty to everyone. They talk about negativity. They use the term autistic to describe things that are either good or used as a joke. Again, if you are going to argue with me on the merits of autism as an insult and a joke, you can leave, because I don't think that's very funny, but whatever. Yeah, you tell me how great that is, and that's $5. You get $5 to use for stuff to use on a website that you might not want to use. It's like It's like Netflix comes out with like this other perk where it's like, oh, if you pay $20, if you pay like $20, okay, whatever, you get access to everything on Netflix that $8 can get you, and you get to use a special little bow tie next to your account picture. Like, who fucking cares?
For example, this month, if you pledge by the end of October, and you pledge $5 in November, you're going to be nominating and voting on indie games that I'm going to play in a marathon at the end of November. Okay, that's a lot of power. That determines directly what I'm going to be playing for a whole day. In fact, this October horror marathon that's going to happen on Halloween in a couple days already is determined already by the patrons. They had a ton of power in determining what I did in that event. And that's awesome power. $5, you could jump in and formulate an event that's coming up in the future. Wow.
While people can vote on his Twitter for free and vote on games that he'll play more than once. But pay $5. That's the best. That's the best voting for a goal that might not even happen sometimes. Yeah, okay. Remember the Rockathon and $5 people pledges got nothing out of it? Yeah, great. Project 7, $5 patrons got nothing out of it. Well, no one got anything out of that one. And there was something else that you can get. Whatever.
That's a lot of power.
A lot.
For $10, you get all that stuff, plus you actually get a verbal thank you in a video where I say thank you to you in a video, and right now it's been my Ask the King series.
Only
that's
Ask
a
the
good
King.
segment. A lot of people are watching. It's a vlog style video where people will get their name out there. Okay. For 20.
Yeah, and a video that no one watched, not a lot of people watch, and when they get to the end, they usually just kind of check out. But yeah, okay.
$, you can get your question actually answered on Ask the King for free. For sure is what I meant to say. 100% chance I will answer your question. I asked the King.
Yeah, or you can just send your question for free and still get an answer.
King, if you pledge $20 or more, and then $50, you get your own private Q&A video. So you get to actually
only one time. Remember that. Once you pay that $50, it's a one-time perk, and you never get it again. So, why would you pay $50 more than once? Why not make that a recurring goal? I don't know. Sounds like a fucking mystery to me. I would have made that a recurring goal because $50, that's a lot of money. But whatever. I mean, I'm a detractor. What do I know?
ask me a question that I'm going to answer for like 20 to 25 minutes, or tons of questions. A lot of people ask a ton of stuff. I just had someone who asked me all about streaming and the technical stuff behind YouTube, and I gave him...
Which I'm pretty sure he answered in another video, that if that guy was not lazy, he would probably be able to find the answer for free. But, whatever. I mean, it's his money.
A lot of information there. A lot of questions I get are personal. So if you've watched my stuff over the years and you've had burning questions you've ever wanted to have answered, and you want to contribute, $50, you get this private video from me. Okay?
Oh,
I've not
boy.
had one single person who's ever pledged $50 tell me that they did not love the video. They love them because I go above and beyond.
But what about the people who don't say anything? Maybe they don't like it and they don't want to be vocal because they're afraid that you're gonna insult them. And the other thing about his $50 goal, you get like a 20-minute question, a 20-minute answer. Yeah, sounds like a good use of $50. I mean, I can get something for $50 that has more than 20 minutes in it. You know, I mean, I got like Ash versus the Evil Dead Season 1 that has like multiple episodes, and I got that for $25. So yeah.
Okay? To make sure that these videos are entertaining and informative and good. So those are the perk levels that I have right now. Now, a lot of people this week said, well, why don't you have better perks? Like, for example, there's YouTubers out there who for $1 a month or $5 a month, you get early access to all their stuff. They have an exclusive
Here you
stream
go.
they do, or they have an exclusive video series that they put out. Early access is great, and almost all YouTubers who use Patreon do it. Why don't you? I can answer that directly for you, and this is the God's honest truth. When I was setting up my Patreon in early 2015, I wanted to do that, and I immediately heard through the grapevine that the certain group of people, you know, those same fucking people that put
Sons of Kojima, he wants to give a shout out, and the thing is that's funny. He's gonna get into it. I might have to repeat myself later, but I know it's very hyped. But the people who are donating for this early access, yeah, they might upload it for free, but still, it's early access. The whole point of Patreon, because this is the thing, he should be trying to do it regardless. He should try to do early access regardless. And I've said this before. Just because someone's going to upload it for free, he might as well just do it. He has nothing to lose at this point. He needs to exhaust every single inch. Just because someone's going to upload it early is fucking stupid. But okay, whatever.
Copyright strikes against my channel and swat me and do all this nasty...
Yeah, it's them. They did the strikes, they did the swatting, dude. I was watching the Sons of Kojima podcast, and, you know, it's very coincidental, guys, okay, that they had their podcast the day after the swatting, guys. Isn't that funny? You know, let's go into that little train of thought because it's only one day. That totally means it happens. That it was them, okay? Obviously, that's like the most hardcore proof you can find. If someone tells me that that's fucking coincidental and that's not proof, then you don't know what fucking judges do, guys. Because obviously that's a very good point that Sammy Samosa, a very hard-working detective, has figured out. That with hard-hitting evidence. Fucking right there. Dude, Phil got it right on the head, guys. Phil figured it all out. It's totally them. Fuck these, okay, guys. You know what? I'm gonna say this right now, and I genuinely believe this through the logic of Phil, because Phil is so smart, okay? He's a genius. Yes, okay, you're crazy people that all they do is watch Phil, okay? I mean, that's obviously what they do. I mean, there's no way that they do other things at a time.
Shit to me because they're really vile fucking human beings.
Vile people, yeah.
Guess what they said? They publicly said this on social media.
They publicly said this, okay.
If Phil puts anything hidden behind a paywall on Patreon, we will just fucking basically become a Patreon subscriber. We won't reveal who we are, alright? So one person, $1 a month or $5, wow, it's not going to help me that much. It's one person is going to basically infiltrate my Patreon. And then they're going to immediately, when all these private things get shown, or let's say, for example, I upload a video early, a video review. You get exclusive access for 2 days if you're a patron. Everyone else has to wait 2 days. So I'd make it a private or a unlisted video on YouTube, and you can only see it if you have the link. So obviously, I'll send that link out to the patrons. This one inside asshole is going to send that information publicly to the world. All right? They'll either...
Yeah, I can't claim that video. I can't shut it down like I've done with other videos, because Phil is very smart. He hasn't figured that out apparently, even though he did. But okay. Also, fun little tidbit that he just glosses right over is that he's getting money from them. He can use that to get money, and you could say, I don't give a shit, because, you know, if you're donating to my Patreon, you're a fan and want to see me continue. So if you know, the early content being leaked doesn't really fucking matter, because, you know, the only thing that matters is his bottom line, because he won't get double money. So, okay.
Rip the video and post it on their own channel, or they'll get that link, the unlisted link, and just post it publicly on social media so that everyone who wants to see the video can just watch it anyway, therefore making that perk level completely worthless. This is what I was threatened with when I wanted to set up my fucking Patreon last year. Tell me what the fuck I've ever done in my life to deserve the shit that I've gotten.
Okay. You told people to die in a fire. I mean, I know a lot of people. That's such a small, minor thing to be told to die in a fire. I mean, people get over it, okay? He only wants you to die in a fire. He made Holocaust jokes because, you know, Holocaust is funny. He shot on every single person that he can, called the person mentally ill for making a montage that was completely fucking harmless, unless you have very thin skin. Oh, wait, he does. Well, he also wronged me by banning my account for just me saying that his Dead Rising playthrough was bad, because, I mean, obviously that was such a bad thing to say. Uh, what else? He made insulting comments to Nintendo. Dude, he said so many things. Like, really? You're gonna go into this argument like, what did I do? Okay, like, are you fucking retarded? Okay.
Seriously. Like, everyone else on planet Earth can use Patreon in a nice way, and I have to limit what I do because of these pieces of shit. These human pieces of shit.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's no other YouTuber that has these early access that you don't have to deal with this, okay, guys? I mean, obviously that's not the case. Or maybe what he can do, guys, get this. This is fucking insane. Oh wait, no, because then if he does the download file, he upload that. So never mind. But yeah, I'm sure no other YouTuber deals with this. Yeah, definitely.
Want to ruin me and ruin my life. And this is what I mean. Like, it's awful, the things that they've done to me over the years. And this is one of them.
Remember, it's okay if you get stabbed, but if you threaten his wallet, oh God, now it's personal, okay? I mean, you mess with the guy's money.
So sadly, no. I'm sorry, everyone. I would like to have a private show. I would love to have advanced access to a review or maybe my year-end series. You know, you see it.
So we can't do a private stream, though? I mean, I guess you could kind of record a stream, but, I mean, the quality's gonna be shit. But if they record a stream, the quality's gonna be not as good as watching the stream live. But whatever.
2 days early, coming up if you're a patron. Can't do it. Can't do it because of these fucking scumbags, okay? So that's out of the question. That's not a perk I can do. Now, some people said, well, Phil, why don't you just, if you really want a lot of people to pledge $1, why not just make everything for $1, right? Why not make it so that forum access and voting on events and everything is just $1? Because I'll tell you why. It's logistics. Because every month when I get people who pledge $5 or more, I have
But, it's funny that he says if people pay $1 a month, that's going to save me, and that's all that. But that's not going to help him now. What? What? Okay.
to sort through this giant fucking file that Patreon sends me. And by the way, it's not sorted either. I have to sort through it. It takes hours of work to get through it and order it per how much every person pledged and what cleared and everything. And then I have to get all their information. I have to message all of them on Patreon, get their email information and their forum information. I then have to file all that out and send it to my webmaster, who then takes that big listing that I gave him and
You know what's funny? On the forum, I read this, okay? You can look back at the video. He said he does it. Only him. But now it's the webmaster. Now the webmaster's involved. Okay.
the upgrades every month. There's no automated system. This is what people don't seem to realize. I am a one-man show. There's no automated system, right? I'm not a big company. I don't have other people working for me to do the busy work like this. And the bottom line is I work so much. I stream so much. I play so many games and put out so much content.
But it sounds very counterintuitive. You know, like, doesn't it sound counterintuitive? Because he has to take he takes all the names. Then he organizes the names. Like, why not just take out the organization, just go down the list as it is, be like, okay, he's a $1 patron, okay, so I'm going to get his account. Okay, this and that, figure that out. I mean, isn't that, and if $1 is going to be the most popular goal, then you already know the amount that they paid. You don't really need to worry about that, but whatever.
That I don't have time to do this stuff. So for me, it's tough to even make it happen now with the 50 or some people who pledge $5 or more a month. Now imagine if that quadrupled. Imagine if 400 people a month are pledging $1, and now I have to process 400 forum upgrades. I would not have time
for $400. Oh my god, dude, that's fucking insane. Well, people who have an actual job might work harder to get that much money, but doing this, oh my god, man, $400 for just simple of just going down a list of names. Oh my god, dude, you're asking me to basically kill myself.
Work. It would be my month. So that's why things that are going to be time consuming,
I mean,
Like
I can't wake up at 8 a.m. to do this before I stream. I just fucking can't, okay? Don't tell me that I can wake up at 8 in the morning. That's not feasible, guys. I mean, I try to wake up at 8 in the morning, then these detractors, prevented me from that, okay? They drug me every day, guys, okay? I mean, I just can't wake up at 8. Okay.
forum upgrade or premium access to something has to be something simple or quick, or I can't make it that lower level, or else, you know what I mean? The thing that whatever the dollar level is on Patreon, it has to be something reasonable and feasible that's quick and not time consuming.
Or,
And that's my
dude, he could do this as well. He can make his Twitter, he can make a Patreon Twitter, make it private, make it so that, if you follow, you have to be accepted. You can't just, follow and then, you get in. You have to, get accepted. So when people donate, you tell them, hey, when you donate, send me your information, give me your Twitter handle, so that way I know when you send me a accept, I know who you are, and I can hit accept and run polls through that. But he doesn't want to do that. But okay.
my challenge right now is I can't find anything. The things that I do, like the text thank you in a video, is kind of easy. I could just sort this file that I get from Patreon and put the names into a video, and it doesn't take that long. But anything else, you know what I mean? Like, what else could I possibly do? And there's been other suggestions. You should do private meet and greets in Seattle. That would never work. I'd get 2 people to do it. You know what I mean? It would never work. Those kind of perks don't.
Yeah, I mean, well, fucking stupid. I mean, it's not like there's a thing I can use on the computer where we can have a meet and greet, and like, it's not like I can just use a application like a Skype like application that we can do a call. No, we can't do that. Okay.
Don't work. A lot of other things. Well, for some people, they get to vote in polls or suggest things. I already do that. I already do have that as perks. The $5 perk is what that is. Or if you're talking about daily polls, I do those on Twitter because it takes too long to set up stuff on the forums and then direct patrons to my forums to vote on these things. Wouldn't work. All right? And other people, well, what about Q&A questions and stuff? I already do that. That's what I mean. Like, a lot of the things that other YouTubers do as their Patreon perks, I do for free. I've been doing for free for 8 fucking years. So it's hard for me to say this is the thing that I could do to make Patreon more attractive to everyone. Okay? So what I need from everyone is obviously not only your Patreon support, I need your actual concrete suggestions on something that's not time consuming, but something that could be
something easy and lazy, okay? Just do that. Find something like dude, this is why no one's gonna give you any suggestions, because what kind of suggestions are you looking for that is easy, doesn't take a lot of and doesn't take a lot of effort. Nothing on YouTube takes it takes a lot of work to do YouTube. There's no way you can do laziness like this. This is fucking dumb. No.
Interesting that I could do as a Patreon perk that isn't something that, I need a team of people to do, or I need to spend money. That's the other thing. Phil doesn't do giveaways anymore. If you were a Patreon, you could get into an exclusive giveaway. Well, first of all, that's against Patreon terms of service, but I know people still do it. I have no money, so I can't buy things to give away.
So he can't give away games he doesn't play anymore. Like, he could have given away The Legend of Zelda. He could have given away that amiibo. He could have done a giveaway with the figures. He could have done a giveaway with any other game. Like, okay, can't do giveaways.
Hey, you know what I mean? Shipping cost. I used to do the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway. The last year I did it was 2014. You want to know why? Because that year I moved. I was already in debt up to my eyeballs from moving. And I spent, I'm not exaggerating, over the course of 3 months, over $1,000 shipping games. Just fucking video games. Worldwide. Because that's how expensive shipping cost is. Okay? So...
what were you using to ship those games, Phil? I mean, you could have just used the United States Postal Service to ship your games. You didn't need to, do anything fancy, but okay, whatever. And also, he was giving away, limited edition stuff, like really ridiculous shit, without the game, so there you go.
I can't do it anymore, man. I can't.
You can't. Yeah.
I don't have anything to give away. I can't afford the shipping. I can't do these giveaways, so that's not a valid perk anymore. I need your suggestions.
Yeah, I mean, shipping matters with PSN cards. I can't do that either. Okay.
What the hell could I do as a valid Patreon perk? Okay. Some other things that people said this week. Actually, hold on, because my phone just vibrated. I want to make sure nothing important. Okay. Some other...
It's the IRS. Phil, you need to pay your bills, or whoever's in charge of that. That's why I look at this phone, man.
suggestions people made this week. Well, I should stream less. Right now, I'm streaming at least once a day for 3 to 3.5 hours of gameplay. I should stream less. Some people have even said, Phil, you know, over the years I've said, streaming is not profitable. And let me explain something. When I streamed on Twitch TV for 2 years, all right, when I started, it was actually profitable. But over the course of the 2 years that I streamed there, by the time that I was done, by the way, I didn't have any significant dip in viewership on Twitch when I was streaming. I was still a pretty constant level of people who would turn out for my streams. The ad revenue that I made on Twitch dropped probably by about, and I'm not exaggerating here, about 75%. When I started on Twitch in early 2013, I could have a stream of about 500 to 1,000 people for a few hours, and I would make like $100. And then by the time that I was done, the 2 years that I streamed on Twitch, that same fucking stream, same viewers, same everything, same length, I would make $5. I'm not even kidding you. The ad revenue on Twitch is a fucking...
But remember, he did streaming for fan service. Remember that.
Abysmal. Twitch lost their advertisers for whatever reason. Maybe people figured out that they're not getting any payoff from people watching ads on Twitch or whatever. I don't know. Which is why Twitch is all about subscriptions. You gotta subscribe. Get those custom emotes and shit. Subscribe. That's why everyone over there is all about their subs.
Yeah, like Mega64. I mean, dude, they went over their subs so many times, man. I can't fucking believe it. Not really. They didn't really talk about their subs anymore, but yeah.
Now, I was never about that. I was not willing to sacrifice the quality of my gameplay or my streams to constantly be giving shout-outs to people who were subbing and talk about subs and push the subs, so I barely got any. And I wasn't making much, if any, money streaming on Twitch. It was fan service. It was because people wanted to see me do stuff live. Okay. So then when I came to YouTube in late 2014, all right, I was making ad revenue at least during the time that people were watching the streams. And that is the truth. Right now, for any stream on any given day, I probably make just as much as, say, a major gameplay video. So, for example, if it's premiere day for a new game, and I stream that game, and it gets decent viewership, I probably make just as much money on that stream as, like, maybe the first video in the series for that playthrough. So it's okay. It's not great. It's a little bit, but it's okay. At least the streaming isn't a waste of my time completely, and I get nothing out of it. I do get a little bit of something out of it. But as you know, when I live stream, I'm not, besides the pre-stream, which is 20 minutes before I start gameplay. And by the way, everyone complains. It's to the point now where, like, I keep explaining to people, I'm in dire straits. I need help. I need to advertise. You need to participate. And then I do my pre-stream where I do a few ads a day for maybe 10 minutes. And everyone in the stream chat bitching like a little entitled kid. And
remember, give him money. He's calling you like, dude. They're bitching because you arrive late to your own fucking streams, and then you delay the stream even more with this shit. Like, if you got there early, if you got there on time, did the pre-stream shilling, like, early, and got it out of the way, no one would be whining. No one. This is fucking garbage that he's even saying this. And again, he's trying to ask for money. He's asking for them to give them money, and he's telling that the people on pre-stream are little bitches and that they act like entitled babies. So congratulations, people who are giving him money. He's calling you fucking names because you are complaining about something. Keep giving him money. Keep giving him fucking money because of this. Yeah, why does he lose money? Why do people hate him? I don't fucking know. I mean, this is obviously why he's losing. This is why he's gaining fans, right, guys? Because you love being insulted. You just love being shat on. Okay, let's continue.
More ads. He's doing it again. What the fuck? I want to give you a free 3.5-hour gameplay stream, and you're complaining because I'm giving a few plugs beforehand to pay my fucking bills. I mean, talk about being immature.
Yeah, it's immature to expect me to go to my own stream on time to do this stuff as, you know, the sooner the better so we can get to the main attraction. How dare you think that? You know, when you go to the movie theater, do you fucking shit when... Do you get angry when maybe the previews don't start until, like, you know, 30 minutes after you go there? Like, let's say you go to a movie that's like at 10:20 p.m. and you arrive there at 10:15, and then when it's like 10:40, then the previews start. Wouldn't you get fucking pissed by then? So he streams at like noon, which is my time, like 3 o'clock p.m., 3 p.m. He doesn't start pre-stream until 3:30, which is 12:30 his time. So he doesn't even start his pre-stream at the time he starts. So yeah, okay. Keep shitting on these people, Phil. I'm sure these people are gonna love it.
And not a logical being that just doesn't understand how fucking business works.
Not logical beings. And remember the detractors are the ones that insult you guys. Remember when you keep telling me, like, I remember I would get comments on these videos saying how mean and insulting I am, while here he's calling all his fans that complain entitled idiots, and they're illogical and they're immature. So you know what? I guess that's a compliment in your book. Then I guess you love that. I guess it's okay when he does it. So I mean, keep eating that shit, Ash. Keep sucking his dick.
That you're gonna sit there and complain, really. But I digress. That's it. That's the only time I even advertise. Is that, you know what I mean? You never see a video on YouTube. Oh, by the way, do this and this and give me money for this and this. Never do I make that kind of video. This is a rare.
Except for Overwatch, where he said in the middle of his gameplay stream to go to his KOGaming channel. He did say that, but
occurrence in a video like this now where I'm actually talking about this stuff. So.
Oh yeah. This is the first time ever. He didn't mention it every day in pre-stream. He didn't mention it in weekend preview. He did not mention something like this in the State of DSP address. Yeah, these videos don't exist. Okay.
Really, the daily streaming that I do doesn't equate into anything super profitable. So a lot of people have been saying I should stream less. Now, they're not saying don't stream at all. A lot of people have been recommending that I change my stream methods. That maybe
Because if he streams less, maybe, just maybe, he could get better at editing and have more time to do things. But again, he can't do things that take too much time. But if he streams less, he'll have more time. But he won't have more time. But okay.
I only stream once or twice a week, and when I do, those are the multiplayer sessions where maybe I'm doing online gameplay with other people, and I'm interacting a little bit more with stream chat and stuff. So it is more
and
like
honestly,
maybe
look, he should really swallow his fucking pride and play Street Fighter V. Yeah, I mean, it's so much fun watching him play that game. Like, I don't get why he refuses to play it. He could get a lot of views for that. Same with Scarface. And honestly, if he played Skullgirls, man, I would watch that over and over. I mean, but I'm a huge Skullgirls fan. I mean, oh man, I'm really tempted on getting the hard disc copy of Skullgirls, man. It's gonna be fucking great.
Twitch stream or whatever. But I don't know how that would work. Like, first of all, I could not stream at all. I could just never stream again. And yeah, I would see a dip there, but maybe more people would watch my videos on demand on YouTube. I don't know. It would be basically going back to 2012.
Yeah, why not try it? Why not try it, Phil? I mean, you might as well, you have nothing to lose. But whatever.
You know, it would be capture, so it would look good, but there would be no live streams. I don't know how that would go down. If anything, people who enjoy watching my streams might just go away completely and say, well, that's not fair, and leave. So I'm afraid to do it. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Doing only multiplayer streaming is tough because, as you know, especially now, like this busy time of year, I'm every day doing something different. Today I'm playing the Titanfall campaign. Maybe tomorrow I'm playing a multiplayer game. The day after, it's not like I have one day a week that I can schedule. I'm doing multiplayer on this day because I need to get through games so I can review them. I can't say, oh, I'm going to play the Titanfall campaign on Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'm not doing the multiplayer till Saturday. Therefore, the review can't come out for 2 weeks. No one's going to care about the...
Remember Gears of War 4? What happened to that? And same with Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 is almost like a week... wait, no. It is a week old. It came out... Wait, when did it come out last week? Man, yeah, I think it did come out last week. Holy shit. But, okay.
The review if it's 2 weeks late. So that's the thing, is I don't know if I could even juggle my schedule around like that, okay? So reducing the amount of streams, first of all, I did, by the way, I used to stream 2 major streams every day. We're talking 5 to 8 hours of gameplay every day I used to stream. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, Edith streams 1 stream every day. That makes all the difference. And don't ask what he does and the time that he has, because, I mean, don't, okay? Just don't.
at least I stream maybe 3 to 3.5 hours of gameplay. At most I stream maybe 5 or 6, but I've drastically reduced the amount of streaming I used to do. And that's how KOGaming came to be, because I took that time to work on videos for KOGaming. If I hadn't, KOGaming couldn't exist, right? The time that
So then, during the summer and September, when there was like really nothing to do, he couldn't do double streams, during that time to like, have fun and shit. Because he wasn't doing anything for KOGaming. He did not want to do a Dead Rising video for KOGaming. He did not want to do a Bioshock video for KOGaming, because KOGaming is only reserved for new games, because we all know new games are a very like frequent occurrence, right?
To those videos. So, does that make sense? Could I realistically reduce the amount that I stream, and would that really even help my business? But that was a suggestion that people made. Another suggestion, and I'm going to very, very clearly explain to you why this is not going to ever happen. Phil, just go back to Twitch, bite the bullet, go back to Twitch TV, and stream there exclusively, and stream like everyone else on Twitch TV, where you do streams that are catered toward your viewing audience, so it's more of an interactive stream between you and your audience than anyone caring about the game that you're playing, and we guarantee you that you'll get subs and you'll get more attention and stuff like that, alright? I have many responses to this, okay?
God, here we go.
First of all,
buckle up.
Bullshit. And I call it right now. Bullshit. Anyone who thinks that going back to Twitch TV and streaming there is the magic solution to all of my problems is...
Yeah, it's bullshit. Stupid people. Twitch is not a website anymore. No one likes it. It's a failing business. While I'm here considering refinancing my house.
It's just so diluted. Alright.
Diluted.
It may temporarily give me some kind of a boost, but it's not going to give me any kind of long-term growth. I was on Twitch TV for 2 years. Guess how much growth I saw in the 2 years on Twitch TV? 0. I saw no active growth from my streaming on Twitch. If anything, Twitch actually, by the end of the 2 years, became more of a hassle, because you had people who were in the stream chat who were subs. They were now entitled. We're entitled to constant new emotes and being entertained, and you have to cater to our ways because we're your Twitch subs. You have to do what we tell you all the time, and if you don't listen to our feedback, how dare you have a sub? And I don't...
While he has Patreon, and he's trying to make Patreon into an entitled thing, because people are entitled to vote on Patreon, but subs on Twitch, they can't act like that. But Patreon, it's okay for you to act entitled, because you're giving me money. But Twitch, if you're giving me money, you gotta deal with what you get, okay? Fuck you. Okay, Phil.
All this drama, and people in the stream chat causing drama and shit, and it was so distracting.
Drama and shit. Like the time where Leanna started trolling people who like Kingdom Hearts, like that kind of drama. Okay.
For me just being able to play games and enjoy them, honestly.
Take a sip.
And like I said, by the end of the 2 years that I streamed there, I was making almost no money live streaming on Twitch anymore. To the point where it wasn't even... It was more of a pay my...
No money, man. I mean, I make nothing on YouTube streaming, basically. I mean, it makes no difference to me. I do streaming for fan service, but I make no money on Twitch, so I'm not going to do it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Than anything else. And then the straw that broke the camel's back is when I was streaming at around 5,000 kilobits or kilobytes per second. I forget if it's bytes or bits, excuse me. Which was above Twitch's recommended threshold for streaming. The reason I did it is because I was playing a few games that year on PlayStation 4 that really needed a higher bitrate. If you didn't stream at a higher bitrate, they looked like shit. They would pixelate like crazy. I was actually playing Assassin's Creed Unity, I remember, and the game did pixelate like crazy while I was playing it. I remember, and I was like, I have to do this at a higher bitrate. And a mod came in to my stream chat and told me that I needed to immediately lower my bitrate, or I was basically going to have my stream terminated. I was going to be kicked from the site. So I had a conversation.
Yeah, fuck them for not treating me like a special princess that I am and letting me stream at the fucking bitrate I don't want to fucking stream it, okay? Twitch, stop telling me how to use your website, okay? It's very rude. I'm in the middle of a stream and you're coming in here telling me with this bitrate info. Yeah, okay, dude. Whatever.
With the guy, And he basically said that even though it is kind of a rough guide and there is no concrete black white what you can stream on Twitch, that they prefer that you stream at 3,500 kilobits per second. And if I go above that, they have the right to terminate my streams and kick me off the site. And basically, I was now being given the official notice from Twitch staff that they noticed that I'm streaming at a higher bitrate than what they like. And if I continue to do it, that they were going to get rid of me. Okay? So I thought about it. I took one day to think about it. And I said, fuck this. I'm getting nothing out of streaming on Twitch. I'm not a constant shill and advertiser like they want me to be, so I can make money through subs.
Yeah, they want you to be. That was part of the other email he didn't tell you guys. Remember? Okay. So the other email said after that little chat about the bitrate, the guy said, "Hey, and you noticed you didn't talk about getting subs and all this kind of stuff. So you're gonna have to do that, or you're gonna leave, okay, buddy? We really care about you shilling out because that is really important." Oh wait, no, they never said that. I forgot. They don't really give a shit. Whoops. Sorry guys, I fucking had a DSP moment.
I'm not willing to degrade the quality of my gameplay or streams to get subs on Twitch. So, what's the benefit? Now I'm being told I can't even record and stream at the quality that I want.
You can record and stream 2 different bit rates, buddy. Yeah. Get the new version of OBS, and you can do that.
Because the bottom line is, if I did 3,500 kilobits per second, I cannot do 1080p video. It will look pixelated as hell. I cannot do 60 frames per second video. It will look pixelated as hell and/or...
Yeah, especially when he plays games that are 30 frames per second. He can't get that 60 if he has to lower that, and he has to record at 1080p and 60 frames for games that are not 60 frames and 1080p most of the time. Are you fucking dumb, guys? I mean, think about it, okay?
Choppy. Okay, I would have to go to 720p and 30 frames per second, which is so outdated at this point. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's so outdated that games still run at 30 frames and arguably 720p to 1080p. I mean, it's so outdated, guys. I mean, what can you do? I mean,
it is. These new consoles, everyone thinks do either. A lot of them are doing 900p or 1080p resolution. So I'd have to be forced to give you inferior visuals to the game that I'm playing, and I wouldn't be able to do 60.
But I thought the whole point of watching you play a game is to watch you and the game, and you be entertaining. But no, entertaining is dumb.
Frames per second, and I'm sorry, tons of games today play at 60 frames per second. Tons. And they need that to look good. Playing them at 30 frames per second, they look like shit. You're not getting the real experience of that game.
Yeah, like the Order 1886. That game ran at 30 frames, so that game looked like shit, guys, okay? I know someone's gonna tell me that, oh, the game looks great. No, you're a fucking idiot, okay? 30 frames make the difference, okay? I don't think you know what frames do, okay? I mean, just fucking step back.
Now, a lot of people have come to me and said, but Phil, people don't watch your videos for the video quality. They watch them for you. Yes and no.
Bullshit. Oh, no, he said yes and no. Shit. Fuck.
No, I don't believe that. I think some people watch my videos for me. Some people watch it for the game. Some people watch it for the quality. So I've got this diverse viewer base of people who are watching for different reasons. There are not a lot of people who do as much gameplay as me who record and stream at the quality that I do it at all. In fact, I would say there's no one who does it at that quality and does it as much as I do. So I'm kind of the go-to source if you want to see the highest quality stuff, but also you want a lot of it. I'm the person to go to. So if I were to go back to Twitch, immediately all of my video quality will dip. And now that viewer base is gone. So wow, I'm back on Twitch. Will I see an increase? Nope, immediate dip because people are pissed because I got rid of that upgrade that I did 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, right now as it is, it doesn't really make a difference. And I just can't find out how OBS can record and stream 2 different things. It's so fucking complicated for me being Grandpa Phil. I mean, it's fucking insane.
To make my visual quality better. You see what I mean?
And
it's a slippery slope. No matter what. I cannot see a benefit of going back to Twitch. The only way I could see myself making out going back to Twitch is if I went over there and either, number one, I destroyed my YouTube business overnight. Just fuck it. Fuck DSP Gaming and fuck all that. I'm just going to be a professional Twitch streamer from now on.
Okay.
And I need a couple thousand people to come over with me daily and to all sub to me. And I'll just talk to you all day. And we'll shoot this shit while I pretend that I'm caring about the game that I'm playing when I really don't. And that'll be me. And that'll be the end of...
Wow, that's great. He really hates talking to you, the people who donate to him. I mean, he just doesn't want to do that. He just wants you to shut up and watch him and give him money. That's all he wants you to do. He doesn't want to talk to you. He doesn't want to play the game and shoot the shit with you. He just wants you to give him your money and to watch him and deal with it and just suck it. He basically wants you to suck his dick without going to dinner with him. That's the kind of guy Phil is. I mean, imagine if Phil. I mean, maybe that's what happened on the first date with Leanna. Like maybe, so he's like, "Oh, Leanna, let's go on a date," and she's like, "Oh, okay, Phil." And then she goes, he either picks her up or she goes to meet up with him or something, and he's like, "Okay, get in my bed, honey. Okay, you're gonna have sex," and she's like, "Okay, we're gonna have dinner, old man." Yeah, we're gonna go straight for the main meal. So like, there you go. See, Phil, a true class act. He knows what he wants, and no way does this come off sleazy and fucking shitty. I mean, why would he ever want to talk to his fans?
My YouTube 8 years of career, and instead I'll be a Twitch streamer. I don't want to do that. I could do that. I don't want to do that. Just like I don't want to destroy my YouTube content and make it so different from what it's always been, because I know there's a fucking viewing market for what I do.
Yeah, there's a viewing market. That's why I'm struggling to get views. There's a market there, okay? The kids just love the low views, okay? That's what the kids want. That's what the cool kids get.
The other thing I could do is I could go back to Twitch and only stream there like once or twice a week. And that would be my streaming, and that would be it. Like, whenever I stream a multiplayer game, I stream it on Twitch, and that's it. And I don't stream on YouTube at all. Because, by the way, you may not be aware of this, but there are agreements now that you cannot stream on both services. So if I stream on Twitch, I can't stream on YouTube, and if I stream on YouTube, I can't stream on Twitch. They don't let you do it. They all have contracts now that if you want to make money on their websites, you can't stream on the other one. Because they're all in competition, and they don't want their competition to benefit. So I couldn't do both either. That's the other thing. I have to make.
Yeah, he has to make money in order to do streams. He just can't do it for free. He can't do it for his fans. Okay, it's fan service that gives them money. Okay, that's the best kind of fan service. When I do a stream or when I did the Q&A for 90, 80, I think it was 80 subs on my main channel. When I did that stream, you bet your fucking ass I tried to make money off of that. Why would I ever try to do it for free? Okay, I mean that's fucking dumb. Come on.
Voice, and right now I have a viewer base who comes back on YouTube.
Yeah, a viewer base.
So I don't know.
He has the viewer base. That's why he's begging for views.
But ultimately, I will say this.
Ultimately,
I'm sorry, and I know a lot of people love Twitch, and everyone's like, "Oh, but Twitch is the go-to." Twitch is the go-to place for streaming because they were in the right place at the right time. It's not because of their business practices. It's not because of the quality of what they do. It's not because of any of that. It's just because they were lucky. That's it.
They were lucky. I mean. Usually, luck runs out, and then the business starts to go south. I have not seen Twitch go south yet. I mean, apparently their luck is ever going. So I don't know. I mean, if anything, Ustream is pretty much the business that's tanking. I mean, didn't the PlayStation 4 remove Ustream? I mean, that's kind of a big deal that they removed Ustream. When I used to think that Ustream was one of the big dogs of streaming, and I think they removed it. But yeah, Twitch is the lucky one, guys.
That's the only reason that Twitch is as popular as they are. If someone else had done the same thing they did before they did, or at the same time they did, they would not be as popular. Because the bottom line is Twitch is a bad business. Twitch is not a good place to put out quality content. It's not.
It's a bad business, guys. Twitch are doomed. They're doomed, guys. Coming from a guy who made an hour-long video talking to us about how he needs money and how he's in dire straits because he knows what makes a good business, guys. This guy knows what he's doing. Fucking genius.
You are constantly nagged to advertise and or push subs or product.
No. Wow.
So that you can make money, and they'll make money, they get profit from that, and then you get profit from that. You want to know why I know all of this? Because you might be saying, Phil talks about Twitch all
Oh,
the time,
please.
like he knows about it, but he hasn't been on Twitch for 2 years. They're so stupid.
Please.
They never remove me from their email list. So every time that there's a new update for partners, I get it. And all the emails I get, they have not invested $1 into their actual business to make it better. They don't have higher quality streams. They don't have like much increased server capacity.
What are the emails saying, Phil? Can you at least tell us what the emails are saying, like, or show the emails? Because I bet the emails he gets are just automated emails saying, "Hey guys, we have this new feature for subs. You can do this for subs. It's gonna be really great." That typical song and dance. I mean, YouTube does that too. Look at YouTube Heroes. I mean, they fucking jerk themselves off to that one. That's not really enforcing people to do it. It's just telling them that they added new features and then you can use it if you want. They're not forcing you to use it. They're just telling you, hey, this thing exists. You want to use it, you can. But Dill is so smart. He's the kind of guy that can read something and understand that just because someone said something. I mean, it's fucking insane how very simple-minded he is. And it's kind of ironic in this video because he called everyone else simpletons, but he is the definition of a simpleton because he takes everything at face value. Oh, I got an email that's talking about this feature. That must mean that's all they're focusing on and they're forcing everyone to do this. That's obviously what it means. Obviously.
You know what I mean? All the things why can't people stream at 1080p 60 frames per second on Twitch? Because they don't care about that. They don't care about the quality of the gameplay or even the quality of the stream. Why do you think there's so many titty streamers on Twitch who are girls with big ass fucking boobs hanging out?
Yeah, well, there are Twitch streamers that are like that, sure, but I mean, who fucking cares? Because obviously they are the mascots of Twitch, right? Yeah, okay.
And they barely can play a game, but they get tons of fucking money on Twitch, and Twitch makes out. That's a big demographic for them to make profit because they don't care about the quality. If they did care about the quality, they'd stop telling you, oh, buy a t-shirt. Oh, here's a new kind of chat emote system, an exclusive emote thing, and this and that has nothing to fucking do with the stream. None of it.
Yeah, any interaction that viewers can get with each other is pointless and dumb. You know, to shout out to Freedom Chat. I'm gonna give a little shout out to Freedom Chat. It's so great that we have great emotes, great gifts, great everything, and it just makes everything great. I love, when we're watching a video and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna put a DSP/DSP dad emote and say something like this, and it makes the joke funnier and it makes it hilarious, and those emotes accentuate the emotion that everyone feels, and it just makes everyone happy and just makes it great. It makes the conversation go to transcend another level because now you're getting emotion through text. On DSP's chat, it's very hard to tell when people are being sarcastic because they don't get that kind of treatment. So emotes go a long way. It's very subtle, but it goes a long way. And it's very nice to have a chat system that encourages conversation like that because then you get people to be very happy and very excited, and people also make friends. I mean, I can tell you that, for you, the regulars in Freedom Chat, I've really got into a good conversation with them, and it's been a blast. It's been a blast, and I've said this in many videos here that I've been having a blast in this community because we have tools to our disposal that allow us to have great conversations. None of us are deleting comments. None of us are dumbing down each other's throats. We're not calling each other simpletons for liking certain things. It's not like that. But Phil, it's always like that, and he's so toxic. He doesn't understand that he's killing his own fan base. He is infecting his own fan base with toxins. That's why his fans are so gung-ho about donating a game, because they really are convinced that they need to. And it's just fucked up, to be honest. But whatever, let's continue.
Has anything to do with sitting there and playing the game on Twitch, which is what the fucking website was created to fucking do. In fact, if you don't believe me, they changed their terms of service.
Oh, he's gonna talk about how they added a creative feature to where stream anything now. Okay, so what? Who fucking cares? If obviously they want to expand that service to more people naturally, because what's wrong with that? What's wrong with doing that? Facebook did it, YouTube did it, Twitter did it, Tumblr has done. Every business does that because it's called growing. Phil isn't growing. He doesn't want to grow. And, I like how he's saying, like, oh, well, no one on Twitch plays the video game. Why not be that Twitch streamer? Why not be the Twitch account you want to see? And that's the other thing. When you will listen to commentaries, if you listen to people who make things, like, I was listening to, like, a behind-the-scenes with The Legend of Korra. Like, the creators there and the writers have said that, we want to make a show that we want to see. And that is true. A lot of people always bash that kind of mentality, but that is important. Because if you're not making a show you want to see and you're not enjoying, then you shouldn't be making it, in my opinion, because it stunts creativity and it stunts the whole point of making it to begin with. Like, if I made paintings because, if I made a YouTube channel that was by the numbers and not what I want to see on YouTube, then I would be miserable. But I made a YouTube channel that I want to see and that I want to do. It's stuff that I want to do genuinely. But Phil can't be genuine with anything he does. And it comes off that way in every video. Every video, he's not genuine.
Of service and mission statement used to state that Twitch TV is the premier destination for gamers to share their gameplay experiences. It now says it's the premier destination for gamers to share their personalities with others. I'm not kidding. Like, it says that. It doesn't say it exactly in that wording, but basically it says it's for interaction between a gamer and a stream audience, not about the game.
Oh, so it's about... Wow, he missed the point on that one, because he just said the point right after he said... after he said something that was retarded, because it doesn't say gaming personalities, it just says that you can talk to your fans, like, you can talk to your viewers. It's the premier destination for you to talk to your viewing audience. Doesn't that sound entertaining and thrilling for a stream? Like, wasn't that the whole point of a stream to begin with? Really, actually think about it. Wasn't that the whole thing why people were streaming in the first place? Like, whoa, guys.
Anymore. They don't care about that. They're terrible. They're a horrible business for gaming in general. They're just bad. They don't care about actual games. They don't care about what you put on your stream as long as this is coming into them. Why do you think when there's people on stream faking getting fucking swatted that they give him a slap on the wrist and let him back the next day? Because he was a top earner. Fake swatting. Making a joke out of people getting almost shot and killed by police because of assholes.
That's a very tricky road to go down to make that statement. I mean, like there's a lot of severe consequences to swatting. Swatting is a very serious crime, and it's very fucking shitty. It can lead to a lot of shit, but to go straight to shootings, it's very extreme. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not likely, but I mean, even I think that's a little extreme. Oh man, dude.
Pranking them, right? And it's a prank to call the police and say that someone's dying in your house. Oh yeah, it's real fun. It's all fun and games till it fucking happens to you like it did to me. And let me tell you, that shit ain't fucking funny.
Yeah, it wasn't funny. That's why he laughed when he got back from it. Like he got swatted during Batman Arkham Knight. The cops come in and say, "Oh, a lot of gamer shit." They leave, and then Phil comes back in, and you instantly hear him like, "Oh man, I got swatted. I gotta cheat about this. Ack. Okay, dude, back to the game." Like, he fucking laughed. And then he realized, oh, dude, I can play the victim card. I have a reason now. And then he played the victim card, and he never let it go since. But remember, it's okay that he jerked off on stream in front of millions of kids, millions of people, like tons of people. And he never apologized for it. Hey man, at least no one got shot, right?
Ever find out who the fuck did that to me, there's gonna be serious consequences. They're lucky that they're little
Oh man, threatening a guy who swatted you. Oh man, tough guy Phil shows his face while he tried to duck out of a fight. That did happen. I don't remember what Sons of Kojima podcast, Soulcast, mentioned it, but he was in a fight. He was gonna get into a fight with someone, and then Then he tried to back out by saying like, "Oh, we'll do cross chops or some shit." But let's continue.
coward and they hide behind the fucking internet. Because that is so insane. And to
Okay.
joke about it like it's funny, but that person's back the next day. And that's just one example. There's been all these numerous things that have happened on Twitch that are just ridiculous. And it just proves time and time again that business is made solely for money. And that's it.
Yeah, not my business. Not my business that's begging for $1 a day and asking for money all the time. No way am I, and I'm only streaming for money. If I'm not making money, why would I stream on that site? So yeah, they're only in it for the money, not me, who's withholding the idea and refusing to do the idea of doing a stream for free. Yes, Phil, you are not for the money. You're right. Okay, are you gonna play?
My girlfriend just texted me from work.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's all they are. They don't care about the quality of anything. Why do you think they give the highest quality to the highest streams and they don't complain when they stream at higher bit rates? Because it was actually brought up. It was actually brought up. This is an important point. Someone was or a lot of Overwatch streamers realized that putting it at 720p the game looks like shit. So they started streaming at 1080p 60 frames per second. And when that game was highly popular this year, Twitch did nothing. Because those people were bringing in tons of money for them. And then other people who were streaming the game, their streams looked like shit, and they looked at the bitrate of these higher level streamers and saw the bitrate was higher than what they were supposed to be allowed to do, and they went and complained. And they got the runaround from Twitch. Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure that happened. I didn't even hear anything about that. I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear anything about that. So
we just didn't catch it. It's okay. Even though people reported those streams for having a higher bitrate, they were never shut down because they were bringing in tons of money.
Okay.
Fuck that. I'm not going to be a part of that. At least on YouTube, with all the bullshit that YouTube fucking has tossed my way over the years, I know at least I could upload videos and I could stream, and there's no fucking favoritism. You know what I mean? I could put out the...
There's no favoritism. Didn't he say a lot of the times that, oh, I can't do this because I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not one of the big dogs. YouTube playing favorites. Didn't he say that like all the time? Like that was almost his catchphrase, for a moment. But now YouTube doesn't play favorites. Okay.
highest quality stuff that I want, and I don't have to worry about this favoritistic bullshit and bullying and being pressured to do things on my fucking streams and channels that I don't want to fucking do. I mean, that is the worst. If every day I had to basically be something I don't want to be and work for a business that I don't stand behind, The bottom line is, I'm not going back to Twitch. It's just not going to happen. As so many people who seem to think Twitch streaming is like this amazing thing for gamers, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, all these people who are telling me to go to Twitch, fuck them. I'm not going back, okay? Obviously, that has the sign of like, potential viewers. Fuck that. Okay.
Once again, it's the hype, it's the bullshit that people buy into all this
time.
Yeah,
it's hype.
And it's just not going to help me.
After all these years of Twitch's existence, it's all hype still. It's still hype. Okay.
If I go back over there, alright?
Alright.
So, now I've talked at length in this video about all this stuff, okay?
Okay, alright.
Right now, I'm happy because obviously I'm getting a little bit of boost in ad revenue, and I'm getting a little bit of...
He's happy, guys. He's very happy. Remember, he's happy now. This is his happy face right now, okay? He's very happy. He made this hour-long video of happiness. He's very happy. He's extremely happy. That's why he, even in this video, begged for money. He's very happy. He's super happy. He's radiating with happiness, dude. I'm a little envious of his happiness, dude. I thought I was happy, dude. I look fucking depressed compared to him.
Boost on Patreon. Does this mean, if this keeps up, that I can keep doing this full time? I don't know. I mean, more than likely,
He's happy, guys, and he's still unsure. While he's making more money on ad revenue, he's getting more patron support. He got a free game. He's still unsure, and he's not. Okay.
yeah, I will make a little bit of extra money here at the end of the year, but it's not going to be what I used to make. If Patreon could make up for that, then yeah. But the thing is, right now, even with the 50-some people who gave pledges who normally wouldn't have, that's not enough to save me. I need hundreds.
That's not enough to save me. Wow. Wow. That's great.
In order to even see any kind of a significant move towards what I was making so I could pay my bills and still be here. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Okay.
So thank you to those who did pledge. Thank you to those who maybe did turn off their ad blockers and they're helping me out. Maybe those who were spreading the word. I don't.
Thank you, but you're not doing enough, okay? You really need to do enough, okay? You're not doing enough right now, okay? But thank you, but fucking do better, okay? But thank you, but fuck you, do better. Okay, Phil.
I don't know, but thank you, and thank you for watching this video. What I will do is I'll try to have a periodic update. Not too often, but maybe every once in a while, maybe once a month till the end of the year, so you know what's going on with me and my business, so that you obviously are in the know.
Great, drama video every month.
And you're not. Gee, I wonder if Phil's going to be here tomorrow. I don't know. Is Phil going to be here next year? I don't know. Because people are still asking, Phil, are you going to be playing this game next year? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be in this house next year. That's the reality of it, you know? I don't know.
Damn.
Right.
But he knows his business. Nintendo, Google, and Twitch, the trinity of doomed businesses. They're fucked. But Phil, he's soon Nintendo and Capcom are going to be very jealous of Phil's situation right now. Okay, I mean, guys, fucking Phil has it made. He's not fucking poor. Remember when he used to tell everyone that he's not poor?
Right now, I'm narrowly paying my bills. Right now, and I'm not even exaggerating, right now, I'm hoping that there's enough money in my bank account to clear and pay my bills this month coming up in November. It's going to depend on how much money I actually get out of Patreon for this month. So we'll see. And if things don't go through, I'm probably going to have to go borrow money from my parents, which I've already done in the past. I might have to do it again.
This guy is 34, nearing 35, in his 30s, and he's still taking money. Dude, I've said it even, like, not too long ago, but your parents, they're not gonna live very long. And, they kind of need their money because, they get to a certain age, Phil, where they're not going to be working. It's fucking insane. I know, as a kid, you think your parents are always going to be raking in money, but they're not going to be working anymore. They might want to save their money to pay for their own lifestyle so they can at least live in a house and, spend the rest of their days with their money that they earned. And did all this kind of shit, and then, all that, then to give you their money that they worked hard for, so that you can live in a big fucking house. I mean, honestly, I can't fucking believe he even admitted this. No wonder he said that, oh, I'm not poor at all, because that's where his money's coming from. It's coming from his parents. Dude, I mean, like, look, to me, if you just graduated from college, if you're like in your 20s, like that's like a grace period to me. I mean, I can understand if you're in your 20s, if you're still trying to get a job, if you're at least prolific and trying to get a job, then that's one thing. But if you're in your 30s and you had a job before and you're still like doing this shit and your current job is tanking, and you're not doing anything, and you're asking for your parents for money, dude, that's even worse. Because honestly, at least like people who are trying to get a job, who might, use their parents to pay for them for that time, at least they're trying to do something about it. At least they're trying to be in a position where they're not leeching off their parents. But he's not doing anything to avoid this. I really fucking, look, Papa Burnell and Mama Burnell, if you're watching this video, which I don't know why you're watching this, but if you are, you made it this far, I am terribly sorry for your son, and I do feel sorry for you. I know there may be some detractors that say whatever, but look, I feel sorry for you that you gave birth and raised a dud, and you raised an entitled little bitch who needs money and who's leeching off you. He's a fucking parasite. Mom and Papa Burnell, I think it's time. I think it's time. You either cut ties with him and tell him no more money, or you have a very serious talk with him. Because this is irresponsible at this point. He's 30-something years old and you are bailing him out. What are you doing with your life? I mean, like, even right now, I mean, it's so fucking ridiculous. I can't fucking believe this fucking fat ass. He can't save his own ass. He needs his parents to save him. I mean, honestly, Mom and Papa Burnell, you really should ask him what's he gonna do when he passes away, because he acts as if you guys are gonna be here forever. I don't think he is aware that you guys are not gonna be around for long. I don't think he understands that concept. He's not really acting like he understands that. Like, he's 30-something years old. I mean, like, really? Really? This is getting out of control. This really is out of control. It's time to stop.
Again, which they don't have a lot of money to borrow. I might have to take out a big loan, and that's going to be terrible.
And then he says that they don't have a lot of money to borrow. Yeah, okay, see, don't bail him out, okay? Just fucking, he needs to learn, he needs to learn.
My credit, I don't know what I'm going to have to do, but I really want to keep doing this the way that I've been doing it for 8 years. I want to provide you with the uncut
But it's not working. It's not working. See, this is like frustration, Phil. Like, this part of Phil gets people frustrated because he's so fucking stubborn that he's refusing to change. Like, he was like, oh, well, people say I'm not changing. But, like, even if he did the changes that he listed, it's not going to help. And even the changes he listed, he doesn't sound like he wants to do. He wants the easy solution, which isn't going to happen because there's no easy solution. You have to put work. You have to. Like, oh my god, this fucking guy.
Gameplay. So you know exactly what that experience is. I want to make an edited video for you. A nice, highly, edited, informative review that hits upon all these important points. It's not a 5-second review like all these stupid mainstream media do, but also doesn't
5-second review. Anita doesn't do 5-second reviews, and her reviews are, as dumb as they are. Famous Frequency's reviews are pretty dumb. I've seen one of them. They're better than his. That's telling on how bad Phil's reviews are. I mean, the one that I could use as a frame of reference was Famous Frequency's review of Gears of War 4. They said a lot of dumb shit, but they also brought up a lot of good points about it. Fucking Feminist Frequency makes better reviews than Phil. I want that to sink in for a moment. Guys, just when you watch a Phil review, a KOGaming review, just remember, Feminist Frequency is a better review than what he does. That's
to have stupid dressing up in comedy skits. That's the other thing. Well, Phil, Angry Joe makes these videos, and they're so good.
Angry Joe, shouts out to Angry Joe.
Good, because he dresses up and there's comedy skits in them. And if you were just not lazy and you actually worked your ass off like Joe, you'd be able to be popular on YouTube. Or maybe I don't want to dress up and be a comedian. Did you ever think of that? Because I could have been that. Maybe I tried that.
While he's gonna dress up in Halloween with a Halloween marathon. Okay.
Did you see the original Hateful Truths back in the day? The first few had that. And after doing it a few times, I was like, I think I would rather just do a better, well-informed review. To me, it sounds like a better video. And you know what? It is.
I liked his original King of Hate, The Hateful Truth. Like, back when it was like on the King of Hate vlogs and all that, those were good reviews. The ones on KOGaming are fucking atrocious. It has terrible background music to begin with. Terrible background music. The voice. The voice is the worst part, to be honest. I would much rather listen to the shitty background music than his fucking voice. I can't fucking stand it. But whatever, let's continue.
Because you don't have to sit through comedy that you might or might not like. You don't have to sit through this skit. You know, that is the truth. I never found, on YouTube, I never found this huge gimmick. You know, for PewDiePie, it was screaming at the camera like a little girl, and everyone laughs because he sounds like a little pussy, right?
Okay.
For Angry Joe, it's because he dresses up and does comedy skits, and he puts tons of time and effort into his reviews. But let's face it, why does he get those views? Because he dresses up and does comedy skits.
Yeah, the time and effort is irrelevant, apparently. But I'm not a huge fan of Angry Joe, TBH. I mean, yeah. His Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes review just kind of irked me the wrong way. But you don't have to get into that.
That's why. Not because of the review, because it's an entertainment video that's fluff. That's why people watch this shit on YouTube, and I've never...
But, like, even as much as I don't like Angry Joe, he does informative reviews. Like, I mean, sure, it's subjective, but he does informative reviews. I don't know why. Like, I feel like there's dry skin on my hand. That's why I'm like... But, he does informative reviews. As much as I don't like his reviews, he at least lists the pros and cons of his review of the game. Like he talks about it, so he does a good job informing people of the game. The skits are just kind of the added bonus to the review. But whatever.
Made a fluff fucking video. I mean, maybe that's my problem, because everything I do is actually worthwhile and can teach you something, and you can learn something, you know, from a video that I put out there. Maybe that's why I'm not popular, because people aren't looking for information and for quality. They're looking for fluff, and they're just looking to fucking, I don't know, you know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. That I could be here for 8 years, busting my ass. And it feels lazy. He doesn't make Angry Joe level reviews. If I did an Angry Joe level review, not only would I be spending thousands of dollars per video, I'd need a team of people to make it, because guess what? He doesn't make those by himself.
Does he know the team of people? Okay.
And I'd be playing probably 1/5 of the amount of games that I do now. So is that what you want? You just want me to stop altogether covering all the new games and the games that I enjoy and doing streams, and instead you just...
Maybe you should do that. Maybe your videos will benefit more, and maybe you'll benefit as a gamer. Maybe you're gonna have a better attitude as well. Because that's the other thing. People need to, I don't know if someone's gonna disagree with me here, but like when you're doing a game and you're playing a game over and over and over, like it's gonna wear you down a little bit. So like you're gonna be in a negative attitude because you're gonna be beaten down by playing the game, doing a review, doing all this stuff. Like he needs to take a break from stuff. So like, you know, why not use that time to make a better review? Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like even like when I'm doing artwork, if I'm doing like a storyboard for a comic that I might be dabbling with, or doing concept art and all that, like, you know, if I get really stressed out, I just fucking stop doing what I'm doing for a while, and I just do studies. I do studies of stuff. I do sketches because, you know, it winds me down. It cools me off. It like, you know, I cut loose, and then, you know, like I benefit more because it's like I'm doing a study. I'm learning new stuff while I'm taking a break from doing an actual like piece. Like I've been doing this. I've been working on this commission for like almost a year at this point for my friend. And, you know, sometimes I take a break because, you know, I don't want to be working on this commission and, you know, be fucking frustrated or fuck it up. So I stop for a while, and then I go on and I try other stuff. Well, that's why I do a lot more sketches, because I want to work on my line art more. You know, I also want to work on my color mixing. So you know, I'm slowly starting to look into how to make better colors and what apps that I have can actually benefit more. I've been dabbling doing mixing colors on Mischief, and Mischief isn't that great for that, but you know, I've been liking some of the results I've been getting on that application.
You want me to fucking do edited videos with comedy skits in them? I don't know. I don't think there's a solution. You know, I don't think there's an easy solution.
There's no solution.
Determination of what is the right or wrong thing to do in a situation like this. And you know, admittedly, a lot of people say I'm stubborn and I'm unwilling to change. Yes and no. I'm willing to change to a point. I was willing to adopt direct capture after some convincing, live streaming after some convincing.
After so many years of begging and like stubbornness, but like the thing is that YouTube is an ever-changing site, so like you have to adapt to it. Like, look on my main channel. Like, if I just did nothing but reviews, like that's not gonna like. It's gonna give me stable reviews. It's gonna give me stable views and attention, sure. But like, you know, I like when I started doing the Theo Explains It series, or Theo Explains, I guess. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that video series. I was like, wow, this is it's great because it's comedic, it's satirical, it's like very, this and that. And then I've been also thinking of doing. I've been dabbling with the idea of having a very serious series on that on that channel, where like I do kind of like a motion comic type thing, but I have not started. I've started some conceptual work, but not enough to actually like look at this product I made. But I want to work on that kind of stuff. But like at this stuff's all conceptual, obviously. But like that's more work. That's well, see like how I'm adapting that channel to do more things that I'm opening and branching out because I'm trying to do different things. I added gameplay videos. I've been wanting to finish the Life is Strange playthrough I've been doing, and I'll tell you this right now, right this second. Once Indivisible hits, once that game comes out, since I'm a backer of that game, I am gonna do a stream of me playing that game from start to finish. Every time I play that game, I'm gonna be streaming it. I guarantee it. So look out for that. I mean, Indivisible is gonna be my favorite game. I'm telling you right now, it's probably gonna be my game of the year. Whenever it comes out, I can't wait till that game comes out.
I was willing to do edited videos after some convincing, but I don't want to change the entire fucking point of my videos. I mean, if that is the case, and that's what it takes to be successful in business, I'm no better than GE, General Electric. You may not know. I'll end the video like this.
All right. GE, here we go.
Jack Welch, I think that was his name, Jack Welch. He became the CEO of GE, General Electric, this major American corporation that was well known worldwide for creating great high-quality electronics. Appliances, things around your house, anything you could think of that was electronic, they would make it. But for some reason, the company was failing. I don't know because I didn't do too much research in that regard of why they were failing.
He didn't do research why they're failing, and he's giving us this example. Good job, Phil. I mean, I do sometimes do that, but I at least stop in the middle of it and be like, well, that example doesn't fucking work because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But okay, keep going on this failed example.
Jack Welch said, well, since we're failing as a company manufacturing electronics, we're going to become a finance company. And I'm not joking. He transformed the company into a finance company. He fired most of his staff. So most people who worked for General Electric over the years and became these really valuable employees for electronics were all fired and laid off. He hired finance people. He took all the money that the company had and put it into backing a finance company, and he became a successful finance company. Okay? Now, there's people that love Jack Welch. They think that he's a transformative genius.
He transformed his failing business into a successful business. But here's why that's a bad thing. What? Okay.
And they think that he's one of the smartest people on the planet because he saw that this was a dying effort, and he's like an idol for people in the business world. You know what I call Jack Welch? A fucking coward. A fucking...
Yeah, he's a coward. He did not go down with the ship and end up homeless like everyone else. What an idiot for seeing that his ship was sinking, and the only way you could save his ship is to get on a lifeboat and be like, okay, and start over. Yeah, what a fucking idiot coward. Keep on this trail, DSP. This is where the money's at. This is what the kids want.
Heartless piece of shit who was put into a position of power, and just because he had that power, he quit, and he took the easy way out. He saw that the trend was, what's popular right now?
He took the easy way out because he didn't want to lose his job. Wow, yeah, I agree with you, Phil. What an idiot. He decided to make a business that's more successful. Wow, what an idiot, dude. He's obviously making it into a finance company. It's obviously a very finite business, right? Because there's no way people are gonna find use for finance companies. I mean, obviously, staying as a electric company that's failing is the way to go. I mean, imagine if Apple did not decide to drop the Apple computers. Like they used to have like I think they used to be called like Apple computers, whatever. They had computers in the name, and then they dropped that because they wanted to make a phone. So is Steve Jobs a coward, Phil, for doing that because he saw the trend for smartphones or the need for smartphones? Is he a coward there? Yeah, okay, Phil. Or how about Sony? I mean, Sony wasn't always a video game company. Now they went into the video game venture. Or Microsoft. Wow, what fucking cowards. Same with Nintendo. They used to make nothing but toys, and now they make video games. What fucking cowards.
Finance. So fuck electronics, let's make a finance firm, and he won by default because he turned his company into what was popular with the money he had rather than trying to actually improve and or make an electronics company work. I like gaming. I like playing.
But if it was failing and there was no way for it to be salvaged because he was probably in a very, very, very bad spot, this was probably the only way he could make out ahead. Something that you don't do, Phil. But, you know, whatever. He has a business to do, guys.
Playing video games, I like sharing those raw experiences with you because that's how I enjoyed the game, playing it raw and not faking it for you. But I also love sharing my opinions on that game, my informed opinions later as a review. I do like talking to you every once in a while in a video like I'm doing right now. I enjoy all of these things, all right?
Okay.
I don't want to be a comedian. I don't want to be an entertainer, a cosplayer, a fucking skit maker, a video editor, a fucking, you know what I mean? Anything that these people...
He doesn't want to be a video editor, but he edits videos. Okay. He doesn't want to edit videos, though, but he edits videos. Okay.
People do, that this is what's popular on YouTube. That's not what I want. And I don't need to be popular on YouTube. I don't care about getting 1 million subs and having people donate the fuck out of everything to me. I don't care about any of that. I just want...
Well, he got a game through donations. He has a Patreon that operates through donations, but he doesn't want donations. Okay.
Enough to pay my bills, to have a little life here with my girlfriend Leanna, and to keep sharing my experiences with you daily.
Yeah, you just want to pay the bills. That's why he lives in a big house, because that's the best place to live, right?
That's all I want. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be fucking famous.
Yeah,
I don't want the world. I just want something that's a little reasonable. And the bottom line is for 8 years I've been able to do that. And I think that it's just a combination of shitty circumstances combined with some really nasty fucking people who are just so mad that I don't follow the YouTube norms and that I may have said a few inflammatory things over the years that really got their goat, and they just want to see me fucking...
Yeah, how dare they get angry at me for saying something that pissed them off? What fucking assholes, right, guys? I mean, you know, if I said something that pissed you off, you're just a fucking pussy, apparently. And you have to deal with it. You have to like me regardless. Okay.
Die and burn. And sorry that I don't understand those people, because I've never been of that mentality. There's plenty of people out there that I don't like, that I don't think deserve popularity or fame, but I don't actively seek them out to hurt them, because I am a mature and intelligent fucking adult.
Yeah, so mature. He calls people idiot retards. He told someone that his dick was in their mouth or something. Like, it was weird. Oh no, wait, like, fuck, man. Does our boy Dragon Killer have the tweet? Hold on, this one I really wanna drive home. I wanna, like, let's go into the media, man. Let's get into this. Is it? No. Here we go. So Hannah, shout out to Hannah B. Hannah B, if you're watching this, great tweet. Your voice will recover faster if you take the cock out of it. See? Okay. Then Phil responds, DSP, they call me DSP. He has a little check mark next to his name. But I can't, because it's still stuck up your ass. But remember, he doesn't attack anyone, okay? He doesn't. Wait, wrong window.
And I'm not nuts.
He's
That's
not nuts,
bottom
guys.
line.
He's not nuts. He just jerked off on stream, guys. He's not insane.
What I want to do is continue to do YouTube. And I don't want to sacrifice 8 years of something that I put my life into. 8 years of sacrifice. Again, friendships broken. People I don't even talk to anymore, who I used to be close friends with, gone because of YouTube. And I made those sacrifices.
Yeah, it's because of YouTube, guys. YouTube is such a hard business. He's suffering. He's suffering for us, guys. Everyone, do a pop-up blessed to. No, actually, no. Fuck, he doesn't deserve it. Fuck it.
Legacy. I want to stand by that. I want to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to be that true to form person who said, I made it and I could still do this as a job because I stuck to my guns.
I made it and I made it my job while I stuck to my guns on a ship that's sinking, and I don't know why it's sinking, but it's sinking and I'm gonna make it work. Yeah, okay, Phil. Sure.
And I found creative ways to avoid the fact that, yeah, 95% of people who watch gaming on YouTube are fucking idiots and they want to go see these stupid fake videos that are paid advertisements rather than actually see someone who does something real and worthwhile. I still want to be able to do that, and I don't know. I mean, I'm being so threatened by what's going on right now.
He's threatened, guys.
So, to end this, if you really do...
Second time he said to end this. I'll end with this, to end this. Okay. But he's threatened, guys. He feels like a rabbit being cornered by a hawk.
Want to help. Number one, keep watching the videos. Number two, please like the videos. I know I never used to say that before, but like...
But he said in a pre-stream that it's not about that anymore. But okay, it's about that now.
The videos helps. Number three, please
Patreon.
Consider pledging to my Patreon. Patreon.com/darksidefilm.
Patreon, but
For as
okay.
little as $1 a month, it actually helps me. You'd be surprised. With the amount of people now that have pledged $1 a month, it's going to help. And if I can get even more, maybe I...
But he just said it wasn't enough. And now it says it's enough. Okay, Phil. I mean... Bipolar Phil, guys.
I don't have to worry about this shit anymore, okay?
Not anymore.
Please. Give me suggestions. I need better perks.
Give me suggestions for perks that are lazy, okay? I want lazy perks. I don't want things that are gonna take time. I don't want that. Give me stuff that I can do in 1 minute, maybe an hour, okay? I just can't wake up at 8 a.m. I can't.
For Patreon to get more people to pledge, I need a suggestion. What should I do about the streaming and the videos? Like, what do I do?
Because what do I do? I need to know what to do, but that guy from General Electric is a fucking idiot because he transformed his job to give him money. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm so fucked up, man.
YouTube is telling me everything I'm doing in their statistics, in their analytics, you're great. Better engagement, more likes, more shares, everything you're doing is in the green, good. And I'm not making as much money. It's something wrong here. There's a disconnect.
But he's making enough
without sacrificing my entire business of what I do and losing my own fucking self-respect, I want to be able to still make a living. How do I do it?
How?
I need your help. I need suggestions. And I know some people are going to watch this video and just say it's more of Phil being a pig-headed, stubborn asshole.
He is.
Who won't change. And you know
he
what?
Won't change.
I will never change the minds of some people. Some people will just say, you know what? A lot of other people don't do it anymore or change, but Phil's still here and he still does it the same way. And how does he expect to be popular? Maybe because it's on principle. Maybe because I think that what I'm doing is good. All the message I've gotten from people over the years saying that what I do is so meaningful to them. And that they can, get not only information and quality and meaning out of what I do, but also that there's days when they just watch my stuff and it allows them to feel better about themselves. And some of the heartfelt stuff I've heard from people. 8 years is a long fucking time of my life. I'm only 34 years old. So, about a quarter of my life has been on YouTube.
Yeah, a quarter of his life, and he's still asking mommy and daddy for money.
At this point. And it means a lot. Okay, to keep being able to do this. So I need help, and I need to know what it is that I should be doing, and obviously making a video like this to explain the situation and appeal to you is the best way to go about it. All right, everyone. I now need to go work on other stuff, like my reviews and stuff. I literally am now 20 minutes over when I should have been working on a review to make this video. But I hope now you realize how serious the situation is.
So serious.
Okay, and the last thing that I need to end this, because, well, Phil shouldn't have done this, and shouldn't have moved, shouldn't have spent. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's the past. Now I need to know what to do moving forward. Not what I should have done to do.
Wow.
Yeah, if I had known stuff like this would have happened, people would have been so fucking nasty to me and hurt me so badly last year with those copyright strikes and things like would have turned out. Yeah, I would have spent less money. I would not have furnished the house the way I did, and I probably would have got cheaper. I don't know. Too late for that. Now.
But you should have gotten a cheaper house to begin with because you're on YouTube money. You don't understand the basics that YouTube changes all the time. like you're on YouTube and you don't think that maybe YouTube might change their algorithm. I might not make enough money. Maybe I should move into an apartment. Maybe you should be moving into an apartment, Phil. Maybe that's gonna help.
That's in the past. That's fucking dust in the wind. Now it's time to focus on the positive and the present and what can I do now to get people motivated to pledge to Patreon, to watch the videos, to get stuff going again. Because getting YouTube videos in YouTube search ain't gonna happen. Going to Twitch ain't gonna happen. And I don't want to change my entire fucking business model just to make money and keep doing this. But what can I do then? All right. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, okay.
I hope this video explained everything. Hopefully in a month's time, if I'll make another follow-up video like this for you, it'll be good news. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Thanks to those who pledged. And thank you to those who are thinking of pledging. Thank you to those who are watching my videos. Whether you're a new person watching, you're a person who's been here for the past 8+ years. I appreciate it. And hopefully we can keep this going. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Wow.
I'm off. See you soon.
Wow. This video is oh something. What's this video? He usually tries to describing himself. That's it for this video. It's 4:12 a.m. Fucking Phil, man. 3 hours, dude. 3 hours. It's gonna be a 3-hour video. Jesus Christ. Okay, gotta end it. Good night. See you next time.